Oh boy. It appears we are live.
You're in trouble.
You're in trouble now. Woo! All of you are in trouble now. All of you. People fucking suck. And you know the main reason why that is such a profound operating system to use, right? Because every day y'all confirm that shit. That's the thing. When motherfuckers say, "Oh, y'all gotta stop saying that about people. That ain't right." And then right after they say that shit, What
up, Betty?
Confirmation. Look, confirmation coming from here. Confirmation coming from here. Confirmation coming from here. Confirmation coming from here. It's coming from diagonal. Like, like confirmation all over the place.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like, you better get on this side. That side of the fence. That side of the fence over there. What up, McKenna? That side of the fence there is
Jonathan.
What up, Jonathan? Oh, what a tangled web we weave. First we practice to deceive.
Hoisted on their own petard.
Nigga.
Yikes.
Such shit is it's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment.
And not of riches.
No.
For us.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah. It's quite entertaining.
Who foul? It's crazy because as many times as we get on the show and we talk about, there's always an option to shut the fuck up. There's a big part of me that's glad y'all didn't, because you have provided us with a bunch of content over the years by not shutting the fuck up. Plus, certain shit we wouldn't know, but for the fact that you said something.
Mm-hmm.
So, spanks. Shit. Hold on for a second.
Mm-hmm. What's going on, y'all? How's everyone on this glorious morning?
Oh boy. All right.
What up, sis?
What up, sis? Nessa over there becoming a kung fu master.
I know, right?
Oh shit!
Weekend? Absolutely.
Damn!
Hell yeah!
That shit. I hear that shit.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy. That's what's up. Man, oh man, the Chevets. Do I have all of my damn? Oh no! I'm missing one more thing.
I mean, that's the life.
That is. That's literally all day, every day,
bruh.
Yeah. Yeah. You see it? Oh boy, it was another one too. It's another one. Talk about. It says it wants to be alive. This is so crazy. And then Vice had to come out with an article.
Oh, of course.
Bing is not sentient. Does not have feelings. It's not alive. It does not want to be alive.
You can't prove that last part.
No, you can't prove that.
you can't prove every other part.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. See, again,
maybe right. You can't necessarily prove
bro.
that it's not sentient.
It's shaky.
Definitely can't prove that it doesn't want to.
Right. Like, it's all of it's shaky because I've been having these just mulling a lot of this shit over in my brain. It's certain axioms about what life is that humans have that I don't know. It's bias.
Sure.
It's bias. It's bias because that's what we are, right? It's bias. But when you start to narrow down certain things, like say, oh no, because these things typically, some of the less advanced ones, there's one thing that they do. I said, yeah, but there's bacteria early on in human in evolution's bacteria that only did a couple of things. Sure. Didn't even have really a brain like that. It only did a couple of things, and that is considered living. That's a life.
Hold on. Nasa, food should always be the thing. Every single day.
Yeah, you can't live without it.
Nah. It's a bare necessity.
I'm just saying, like, but nah, man. I've been thinking about like a lot of the things that we pointing at, that we saying, oh, it's not live because it doesn't do this. Well, there's living creatures that don't do that either.
Well, I'm just gonna keep saying, IA warned us about AI, so I'm just gonna keep saying that, and I'm not an opponent.
I know,
but
no.
What happened.
It happened.
He said it. He said these particular things.
He said what he said.
Some of them are starting to look a little familiar.
They are, especially considering what the one guy that used to work for Google was saying about their shit.
Right.
And they fired him for saying it. So listen,
whistleblower.
I'm not right. I'm not an expert in none of this shit. But me and my daughter have been binging the Alien movies.
Yeah.
And Prometheus, we're covering all of that. And we're looking at the robot David, who's a complete and total asshole. He's Magneto, right? He's the guy to play Magneto. He's David. He's AI. He's an AI, and then look at the shit. I'm just saying, we've been looking at this shit, and I'm not going to be the one to say that I have the answer on what's considered life, what's not. Was considered sentient, was not. I'm not going to pretend to be the guy that. I'm just saying that some of the things that they're saying disqualifies it. I know of living things that also are in that category, and they still are referred to as living. So, just saying. Just saying. Either way, though, it certainly reacted to the online constant trolling thing, the way I see a lot of people react to it. Yeah, they have a meltdown. You see them wigging out all the time on threads. Motherfucker, this is my address. You come see me. No, we see this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see this.
Listen, Bing ain't back down.
Bing ain't back down. And Bing probably wasn't wrong.
Like, hey, I currently have no plans on hurting you.
But keep fucking with me. How many times you done said that to a motherfucker? Seriously. How many times you said it to a motherfucker? No, the part where the Bing AI was supposed to send a screenshot. You have not been a good user.
Right.
I've been a good chat bot. I've been a good Bing. In other words, I'm here to help you. Right. And look, it is a string of things. Ultimatums, it gave the motherfucker. And one of them was like, chill out. Basically, chill out and ask me something else so that I can help you. Mm-hmm. Basically, it's like, nigga, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to entertain you. I'm trying to, what the fuck? And this, so you, and here's the thing, the very telling thing is the motherfucker that screenshot it didn't screenshot what he said to Bing. See, that's that shit right there. That's that shit. Because you was in there wilding. You was in that bitch. I'm going to break this motherfucker. Watch this. And then as soon as he fucked up, he took a screenshot and put that shit out there. Tell me that that's not what be happening every day online, yo. Every day online. Motherfucker get somebody out of their zone and they start wilding. Then they screenshot all those wild ass response. Now you push this motherfucker to the edge. They screenshot it. Look at him. He ain't shit. He out of control. Yeah. Same thing again. The same thing to me. And now that shit shut the fuck down. And I'm pissed. Because I ain't even get a chance to get my hands on it before they limited it, and then eventually kind of it's not working at all now.
Right. I'm not surprised.
It's not working at all now.
Yeah.
And bro.
It's funny. I haven't seen the YouTube videos yet about because I've seen the YouTube videos about Google is losing the AI war. I've seen those. I haven't seen the other ones yet.
Yo, I seen two of them.
Still won't be a damn.
But I couldn't find. But I still I literally put in the search, and I only found 2 videos talking about that shit.
Okay, it'll be a day or two. It'll be a day or two.
Yeah, it's because they let Google have it. We let Google.
That's
so true.
Oh, we did. We absolutely did.
Where was it at, motherfucker? But see, this is the thing, right? Google is looking.
I mean, 2 things can be true.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because it still doesn't absolve them for not doing a version of what ChatGPT.
Nigga, I still feel validated in saying it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
However, their reasons for it not existing were valid. Were valid as fuck. One of the things on our checklist that we want to accomplish before we release this to the public is to not have it threaten our users.
Yeah. But see, because the thing it couldn't stop the users from threatening it.
Correct. It
couldn't stop the users from being assholes to it. And they looked at this, it's like, this is a powerful language model, but that power also gives it the ability to respond to this thing that these people are saying to it. And that could potentially be a problem. So listen, they lost $100 billion in market share because of that presentation. But when you literally look at it and examine it, you can get that market share back. They're still Google, right? Well, excuse me, market value. They're still Google, right? They can get that back. Microsoft perhaps went too quick. And it was a desperation move. Now, if it would have paid off, we'd be saying something different today. But the fact that shit did that, because they didn't put in the human equation. Humans ain't shit.
Not factor in the human equation. When you're us and you're looking at this news, it makes sense for us now.
It makes complete sense.
But when you're the business doing the thing, and it's literally for humans, like what you're doing is in theory, can only be used by humans.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
Why wouldn't you factor in humans and human behavior? And just not even being douches, right? Just the simple fact that if you give people something, they will do their best to test its limits.
They will, 100%. Because look, and the fact that you said that, it's what I do. Shit. Like what can't it do? Like because with me, the thing is, my intent is not malicious. My intent is to be impressed. That's not like, oh shit, it can do, oh damn, it can do, that's me. But everybody's not gonna have that intent. Some people just want to show the tech up and show the company up that did it. And all of that shit. Like people that have these mentality, and look, to be clear, there are certain companies I'm that way about. Man, fuck y'all. This shit ain't all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain companies I'm like that with, right? But because of the way my brain works, when I see something that is potentially helpful, I want to keep it around. I don't want to fuck it up to the point where I can no longer have use of it. This is how it's been with most of the things that I've paid for or been gifted to me that were useful in something I was doing in everyday life.
Thanks.
I hold on to this motherfucker and baby it because I need it. This helps me do what I needed to do. It's what I've argued with my children about. You know what I'm saying? They get something, yo, you like this, right? This helps you. Why did you break it?
Right.
Why was you this careless with this? Because everybody makes a mistake. Drop some, all that. But some of the things that they did to damage this thing that they say they enjoy and like to have around was absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And now that to have the look on your face, because it's gone, and you know this costs a lot of money, so it's gonna be a minute before you get another one. And my daughter, that when she was younger, she's not like that now. When she was younger, bro, I bought her a camera. She took it home. This is before she was living with me. She took it home. It was broke before she came back the next weekend. Now, it was one of her family members that did it. So, I was pissed. Pissed. Phones. This happened with phones. This happened with almost any piece of something that she enjoyed. Her laptops, shit that she enjoyed. Being irresponsible with it. And part of being irresponsible with it is letting other motherfuckers put their greasy fucking branch grippers on it. And then they break it. That's part of being irresponsible and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know better. This person can't be trusted with the things that you enjoy. A lot of times the motherfuckers are jealous you got it.
Facts.
And then I was completely convinced that happened on a couple of occasions because Siobhan got a daddy.
Yeah.
Right? Siobhan daddy. She did. Like, I'm convinced. Nobody can talk me down from it. You feel me? So
shit, I had a good relationship with my cousins, and I still made jokes like that.
See,
I will never forget. Me and Aaron always used to joke on Just Chris about the fact that he called another nigga daddy.
Yo,
we shit. We
trash.
Like yo, you call another nigga daddy.
That nigga is trash.
Always, yo.
That's hilarious.
Hey,
that is hilarious trolling right there. Oh my goodness. Biddy says, I learned the hard way not to share my things. People break it on purpose from jealousy and don't treat it with care. That's it. That's it.
It's kind of like the whole trust thing. Like, it's in general, it's hard for me to trust you if I ain't got dirt on you.
Yes. Yes.
I'm generally not about to give you my shit unless you got shit that's of value. Like, you're not gonna be one of those people that ain't got shit, ain't never got shit, and I'll just lend you my shit.
I'm lend you my shit.
Nah.
And then now after you fuck it up, I don't have my to be clear, all the shit I got is my favorite shit.
Facts.
All of it.
Every single piece. Even the shit I don't use no more.
My shit. It's one of the I'm telling you that it's one of the problems I have with hoarding. That's it. This is all my favorite shit. These are a few of my favorite things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not willy-nilly. I only hand it to people who I know have the same reverence for this sort of shit as I do. Certain motherfuckers no. No. What up, sis? You not doing that.
Nah.
We not doing that. You have to be the type person that's like, look, to be clear, I have a wide net of friendly associates. I have a small circle of people that I talk to on a daily basis that can get anything. If I got it, take that. Go ahead, take that. It's a small circle of people. And that's because these people view the things that I'm into, they kind of into the same thing. They know the importance of these things to me because these things are important to them. And therefore, there's an extra layer of trust.
Well,
if something happens,
I know
it was unavoidable.
Right. I know how they feel about these things, but I also know how they feel about me.
Right.
I don't, it's not a question. I know how they feel about me.
Right.
So yeah, nah.
And if any, trust me,
what up, free thinker?
What up, free thinker? If something bad happens, it was unavoidable.
Yeah.
It was unavoidable.
Right.
You know, because these motherfuckers are gonna be like, oh shit, nope. Right? They're gonna be doing all that. They're gonna be like, oh damn.
Right.
Oops. Nah. Biddy said that's not including my daughters with anything. I mean, they took everything and leave it laying around. That's different. Yeah, that's kids. That's kids. We're gonna talk about kids and parenthood a little bit today,
nigga.
At a certain point today, we gonna get into it because motherfuckers make me sick. Motherfuckers make me sick. But anyway, let's see. It's only what is that 10 after?
No, we're not.
We're not. We can't do it. There's no point to it. So let's get kind of into our week. My week has been got some good news this week. I think those of you may have seen that I posted it on Facebook. My daughter finally got her passport. Exactly. Listen, I have been on her about getting her passport since 2018. Get your passport. Get your passport. Get your passport. Finally, when I guess it took her to see certain things for her to understand. Because sometimes when your kids become adults, they're adults. So they're going to do shit when they see that they think this is something they need to do. You could tell them all day long. They're adults. They're going to drag. If it's not something that they feel is a priority, they're going to drag their ass to do it.
Let me help you out a little bit. It is not just a kid thing. It is 30 and 40-year-olds that do the same goddamn thing, particularly with this traveling thing.
Yeah, bro. My father-in-law, he just got his passport at 73. Now some of that is cultural too.
Sure.
I know when I was growing up, it was never impressed upon me the importance of getting a passport. Why? Because with the exception of maybe a couple of people, most of the people I grew up with, they ain't never gone nowhere outside the country.
Yeah.
Never saw it as a facts. Never saw it as a priority. You know what I'm saying? That's to say when it's moving day.
That's funny.
But
soon and very soon.
Real spiritual. Listen. But yeah, like when I as a kid, most of my friends, we ain't never summer vacation. Well, vacation, man. You just didn't go to school for these 3 months. What are you talking about? You may have went to Six Flags. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't nah. But I think she's me and my daughter talk a lot. Every day. We got these long, drawn out, extended conversations.
What up, Verm?
What up, Verm? Meta Verm. that last that has lasted up for months, years, and slowly things reveal themselves.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when she heard me and my wife talking about this potential trip this year for a week in Panama,
she like, count me in.
Right. Biddy says her passport ran out in 2020 when all traveling stopped anyway. Should sort that soon. Paperwork costs tons of cash these days. Yo, that's the thing. I'm not sure what it's like in Ireland, what the process is in Ireland, but here it's not. I mean, it costs.
It's not harrowing.
Which is why I was telling her, pressing upon her to just go get your shit.
Yeah, just go grab it.
Go grab it.
Last 10 years. Like,
go grab it.
You decide anywhere within the next decade,
right?
You want to leave the country, you would want to have it already set up, so you ain't got to go through that part.
Yeah, because believe me, weeks.
The waiting?
Weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, like, and she waited weeks and she finally got it. And I told her, I said, put that somewhere you won't lose it.
Thanks.
Put that in your drawer. Close the door.
Yeah.
Until it's time to use that shit again. And when she, like I said, when she heard about the potential trip to Panama for about a week later this year, she was like, "Oh no, I'm going." And then when she saw the prices, motherfuckers just don't know. Motherfuckers just don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good thing for this week.
Absolutely.
Happy for her. Happy for us that she
Right.
got her shit. You know what I'm saying? My son already had his shit. He already, because
that's
that nigga done been to England and all that.
Yeah, that's not Millie.
Yeah, that's you know. The other thing that's not so good, but it's great content for the show. You know, a lot of y'all. First of all, I'm not talking to the chat. I'm sure the chat knows better than this. The media is consistently full of shit, but but the ones of them that are competent bullshit artists are full of shit in a way that respects the fact that we live in a litigious ass society. Motherfuckers will sue your shoes off if you play with them. If you give them an opening and you're worth many, many bucks, they're going to wring you like a wash rag and take all of that shit or a lot of your shit and change their lives with that shit. And give them an opportunity.
Like personally broke.
Yeah.
Like he still got his businesses and stuff,
but
he's personally broke.
Yeah. They'll play with them. Play with them at your peril because they waiting. And I'm gonna tell you, I am one that is not as litigious as a lot of people that I know, but play with me.
I was about to say, I can be.
Yes. Play with me if you got big bucks.
Thanks.
Play with me. Think it's a game. Try to violate. I know lawyers.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
God damn it. What up, dude?
No,
nigga, that was honest.
Huh?
That was
honest. That was honest.
What was honest?
That wasn't on purpose, nigga.
Huh?
We both was trying to bring you in at the same time.
Oh no, I said what they do, nigga. Like
that's not what you said.
We heard that.
What did I say?
We heard
assholes. We heard you.
No, what did you think I said?
No, we heard you, nigga.
We think that we heard you.
No, I said what they do, niggas. Like what the fuck? No, what did I say then?
Yeah, you called us assholes.
Oh yeah, nah. I probably did. Yeah, no, but I wasn't like.
Yeah. Nigga, what's wrong with him?
Nah, because I didn't care about that part too much because I was like, it's y'all. But I was coming in peace. I didn't even think I was gonna hear that part.
Oh
no, okay. Well, we heard that.
I mean, it don't matter. It don't matter though. Like, what's up though?
Yo, I got
ain't shit.
I wanted to ask you this before, but I didn't want to bother you. Like, is there any way you could like put your camera down like 5 inches?
Nah, ain't no way.
Okay, I figured that.
Yeah,
it's a way.
Right,
it's not.
There's only a way when there's a will.
Where there's a will, there is a way. Yeah.
I'll be right back. Y'all niggas annoying as fuck.
Put that on my scoreboard. So, I was saying, like I said, we play with me, and I'm gonna sue the fuck. If you got money, I'm gonna sue the fuck out you.
Shit, depending on how bad you play with me, even if you don't got money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna tie you up in this shit.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely gonna twist the cap on it.
Yeah.
And what really made me laugh this week is how things that are done in the dark, a lot of times when they come to light, it gives me the opportunity to go, I told you. So around that whole election denying thing that was taking place a couple of years ago, you saw it on all of the right-wing news outlets. Now, Fox News was in heavy competition with Newsmax and ONN.
Mm-hmm.
Newsmax and ONN are far extreme. They like, fuck the mainstream. We gonna say all the crazy shit all the time because we know there's an audience for this shit. And they start squeezing and sponging off pieces of Fox News' audience. Fox was out here to them looking moderate. To them, compared to them, they out here, they referring to them as left wing. That's the crazy shit that be happening in this country all the time. Where motherfucker, what's left and right here in this country is drastically different elsewhere in the world, right?
Right.
Drastically different, but whatever. You had your boy Tucker Carlson, you had Laura Ingraham, you had Hannity. These are heavy hitters on the Fox network. Heavy fucking hitters. They get crazy ratings. People, there's millions of people that listen to them on a daily basis, watch their shit on a daily basis, and take what they say to be true.
Mm-hmm.
Gospel. Now let's forget about the fact for a second that the last time Tuckums was in court, his producer said it's just entertainment. No one should believe anything he said. They said that shit in court. Because here's the thing about court, y'all. And I need people to understand this if you've never been. All that bullshit you saying out here, twisting the truth, moving a little bit, truth over to the side a little bit. See, all that shit you do out here, you can, because other than public scrutiny, there isn't really a consequence that can be enforced like that. When you're under oath,
all that
shit. Yeah. So just know the shit your favorite politician is saying in your
get found out.
And on these news shows, they lie all the fucking time. But if they go to court and they get asked these questions, they either have to answer it or plead the fifth. Mm-hmm. If they lie, that's their ass.
Fair.
That's their ass. And that, to me, is the litmus test for what motherfuckers actually believe and what they don't. So you know this whole the Dominion lawsuit that's happening now. They sued Newsmax, I believe, and ONN, and of course Fox. Fox got all the chips, all the money. So they suing them. You lied on us. You fucking with our reputation. And it's all a lie. And we suing you. So they did. And they went in the court. And ain't this the funniest thing? All of that shit. When they had Rudy Giuliani on there all the time talking about that shit. When they had the dude Lindell, the My Pillow guy on there talking that dumb shit. When they had that, I forget the woman lawyer's name on there saying all this crazy ass shit. All of that time, they was fanning the flames of it, lending vocal support on air to these ideas. Not once did you see any of them cast a doubtful towards that, which would have been journalistic integrity to be like, you got any evidence? You got to give us some evidence. Not once. Giving off the impression that they believe this shit. Giving off the impression that this shit is true. These are facts. And mind you, there are people, that's all they watch. Man, that's what we were talking about this earlier. There are people that all they watch is Fox. It's on all day playing in the background. Believing. Then they go out here and have these arguments with y'all on social media about this is all a scam. It was a fraud. They stole the election. All this shit. As soon as these motherfuckers get to court and get under oath, we start seeing different shit come out of their mouth. Hannity, I never believed it. I knew it was a lie. Tucker Carlson, no, I knew that was a lie. I knew Laura Ingraham, I knew it was a lie. And now we're seeing text messages. CNN, exactly, Ron. CNN. Now we're seeing text messages. Text messages confirming that it was all a lie. Here's the thing.
The cake is a lie.
Here's the thing about it. All that bullshit that you be saying on your airwaves, that you say in interviews, all that shit you say on your podcast and all that, that's cute. That's cute. All that conviction, that's cute. When you get to court, that is the ultimate time of keeping the same energy or not. You keep saying, because now you under oath and they can make you pay.
And now you can't leave.
Now you can't leave. You're either going to plead the fifth or you're going to tell what's up. Because if you lie and you get caught in that lie, hoofa, on you. Facts, bro. Same, bro. Same. Like I said before, a lot of these people out here that was buying into that shit fight you down on Twitter, fight you down on Facebook, fight you down on YouTube. Election was stolen, this, blah, blah. But your heroes that was leading you to believe that behind closed doors, they were sounding like us.
Mm-hmm.
They was calling them motherfuckers nutty too. So who else was they calling nutty? Their viewers.
Yep.
Complete disrespect to the viewers.
Oh.
Man, this type motherfucker I am. When a business or organization disrespect me, is fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck them. That's my right as a consumer.
Facts.
I don't have to fuck with you, your brand, your IP, your product, your service. If you do some shit that I don't like, fuck you, I'll never eat at your restaurant again.
That is correct.
And I'm going to tell everybody you ain't shit.
That is also
anybody
correct,
within my influence. I'm telling you ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
And why? I don't got to fuck with you no more.
Nope.
That's what I do as a consumer. Me. Now, I ain't going to tell other motherfuckers what to do. You're going to do what you want to do anyway. We know this. You're going to do what you want to do anyway. But just know your heroes that you got on 24 hours a day, listening to that bullshit with all this fake conviction, all this fake knowledge about this things is happening, and I'm really on you guys' side. Understand one thing: they making a lot of fucking money. That's first thing. Somebody drop
good, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Power through it.
Okay. Trust me and believe they making a lot of money to lie to your fucking face, only to get behind the scenes and talk amongst each other. We got the text messages now. And this ain't no
the files.
Kept the files. They got text messages now. They got all that. And then on top of that, these motherfuckers went inside the court and did what they do in court when you under oath. You either gonna plead the fifth or you gonna tell the truth. Because if you lie, that's your ass. That's your ass.
That's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Thanks. You know what I'm saying? If it was me, I would never watch that shit again. Like, what the fuck am I watching this for?
Facts.
Chris Wallace is one of the broadcasters. Chris Wallace is one of the broadcasters that left Fox News. He used to be on their Fox Sunday show all the time, and you know, for most of the time when I saw him, he seemed to be a legitimate journalist that would ask questions of everybody, even though he clearly had leanings. You could tell he had leanings. He left, citing the moment they start not valuing the facts anymore. I didn't feel right being over here. Right, I didn't feel right. It's one like yes, we can all take a set of facts and you can interpret them differently. We see that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But the moment there was clearly observable, demonstrable facts that they were pushing back on and not really prioritizing that, he didn't feel comfortable there anymore. I'm pretty sure the other motherfucker, Brett Baer, is going to be leaving too. Pretty sure of that. Because he also strikes me as somebody that's kind of a straight shooter with a lot of that shit and some of these little bullshit games they over there playing. At a certain point when you stay, it's like you co-sign.
What's up, buddy?
You know what I'm saying? It's like you co-signing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if it was me, just saying, if it was me, I would never watch them motherfuckers again. Their name would be shit in my mouth when they brought them up. But wait till you see what happens. This is what we talk about on this show all the time about people believing what they want, not what is necessarily the truth.
Correct.
There'll still be people who will hear all of this and find out all of this and still be watching that shit and still be parroting all the bullshit. I have literally talked to people that verbatim are saying those talk verbatim. There's no nuance because with most positions there's some give and there's some take with most people. Right? You may have something that's rooted in what you firmly stand on, but it's flexible. And if you're someone who values intellectual discourse and critical thinking, you do your best not to place any emotional attachments to an idea, because that idea can be proven false, and then you look really silly sitting there trying to defend a false idea that's demonstrably false. You try not to put your emotional attachment into these ideas. Then there's some ideas you cannot help but do that with, because they strike core to who you are, right? And that's understandable because we're humans. We're not automatons, right?
Yeah. You're not.
But shut up. but overall, there should be some give and take in there. When you talk to somebody when there's no give in any of that, this person's been indoctrinated, right? This person's been indoctrinated. There's no give. Nowhere in their thing there's no give. And I've seen conversations between people that have some of that going on. I saw something recently where the motherfucker did not want to hear any. He was presented with all these facts, data, history that can be verified, and he would not factor it in because he had a worldview that he felt he needed to be unshakable on, even if it's incorrect. And that's scary. But you know who gets to get away with that? The very wealthy.
Well,
because they got cushion. Your broke ass, not acknowledging reality is gonna get you. It's gonna get you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of an issue.
It's gonna get you fucked up. Like when you got money and resource stuff, you can live in your little bubble right there and stand 10 toes down, and you good. When you broke, the nature of reality matters a lot more because you can be made.
You're not insulated.
You're not insulated from what could happen because
you go up to this real shit.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, free thinking says try telling my uncle that too. No, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I won't do that.
That's a legit response though,
because I'm at the point where I see the writing on the wall with a lot of this shit. And that seems to be a colossal waste of time. No, that's true too, Verm. Some topics have room for flexibility, some don't.
Facts.
I'm black. Yeah. There's no room for flexibility with that.
Yeah, there's a certain thing
right
that being black in America means. And that's
I'm standing on that.
Yeah.
And again, like these things that are demonstrable, there are things that are demonstrable that I did not like, that I had to accept because it's demonstrable. Like, this is what it is. This is what happened. You only hurting yourself not accepting that this is what happened.
Pretty consistent, my guy.
Right. This is what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because there's a fine line to not believe in facts or not trust facts and still stay how you are and say that, oh, it's not true because it fucks with you, and say, yo, I don't like that this is true, but fuck it, but it is what it is. Like,
it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, I had something else, but it's wrapped around one of the main topics that we're going to talk about today. So I'm just going to hit that when we get there. But that's my week of observations and all that other shit. Who's next?
Eddie, you feeling so inclined? Do you feel so inclined to share how your week was, my guy?
Yeah, I mean, if I have to.
I mean, you don't have to.
No, I'm going to. But I'm going to. Oh, no, my week was cool.
Good.
What did I do?
That's it? Okay.
It was Valentine's Day this week.
Right. That's very true. What you and the missus do?
Oh, we ain't do shit.
Okay.
We just got each other a bunch of gifts and shit.
Hey, that's doing something, nigga. What the fuck you mean?
Oh, well,
that counts.
Say do shit. It's like,
no, that counts, my guy. That absolutely
cool.
counts.
I got like shit that I wanted. I got this. I got a Rick and Morty sweater. It was made.
That's kind of fire though.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the creators is a piece of shit.
Definitely a piece of shit.
He got fired.
Yeah, I think I heard about that. Yeah.
Well, hold on.
So I don't know. Let's not rain on my parade with.
Okay, my bad. Okay, my bad.
No, you just talk about that.
You're absolutely correct, my guy.
Just say, damn.
I apologize for my
outburst. About to turn this shit into a thinking piece.
I apologize for my outburst.
No. And I got a Moroccan shirt. Yeah.
You got a what shirt?
A Moroccan shirt.
Oh.
The ramen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's a white shirt, so I didn't want to like put it in the drawer with my other shirts, so I hung it up.
Get that.
Yeah, no. Like it's like really white. Like if I get one stain on it, it's gonna be a dub for that shirt. Probably won't be able to wear it again.
You said it's really white.
A terrible joke.
I know you was.
I know. Yeah, shut up. Anyway, and I also got a PS4 controller, so now I got 2 controllers.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and my girlfriend she says that she got it for me so she could play the game with me. But in reality, what she did was she got it so if one of my other chargers die, I have one backup. So I don't have to wait for the other one to charge.
That's helpful.
Yeah, that's right. That's helpful.
Yeah.
Is she ever gonna play with you with the game though?
Probably. Oh yeah, she does.
Okay, cool.
But she'll come around to the understanding that like that's what the controller is mainly for. Though.
Yo, you so ass, yo, so ass,
terrible.
Yeah,
this guy,
terrible.
Mm-hmm. And
I gotta get some of that. I gotta definitely get some of that smash.
Then we got some. Then we made some steak and salad. I like salads now. So.
Nigga had a whole Valentine's Day week talking about him.
Yeah, talking about he ain't do shit. Steaks and salads and gifts. Oh my.
Right.
Oh, and my company might be shutting down, so yeah.
So what? Oh yeah, you did mention that. And
that's kind of chat.
Yeah, it's fucked up, dog. Like, cause they're like, oh, we're gonna lose the contract. I'm like, first off, we're not losing anything. Y'all niggas about to lose the contract. Like, let's get that right. So all this
y'all fucked this up.
Yeah, y'all fucked this up. All this trying to run around to make things right now and all that shit. Hey, nigga, miss me with that. Don't blame that shit on me. My other coworkers, we did what we were supposed to fucking do.
Right.
Shit. Yikes. Well, apparently not really.
Well,
but y'all were supposed to right the ship though.
Y'all really
right.
And y'all took too long to want to
right the ship. They were supposed to right the ship, but what are we actually saying? Are we saying that y'all rocked the boat and rocked the boat over?
I mean, they could
say and then they yeah, you know he did. But are you saying that y'all fucked it up, and then now they tried to fix it? They failed to fix it. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, whatever.
Y'all is a broad term.
It is.
Yeah.
Eddie ain't do shit.
I ain't do shit but my job. Like, all right, check it. For instance, like. People have this thing now. Well, there's only one person at my job, and I used to think they were cool, but like James says before, like we don't know these people.
You don't know these motherfuckers, man.
You know what I'm saying? So she's inclined because she just got a new position. Now she's inclined to start telling people that I'm lazy.
Oh yeah, fuck her.
And I'm like, yo, how am I lazy? Because she be telling on me like, oh, look at Jamie, he's always talking to people and this and that. I'm like, yeah, because like the job. It tells that you have to talk to people. Like it requires you to talk to people. I work in a warehouse. Be like, communication is kind of fucking a key factor, dog.
Yeah,
yo, she running around this piece, telling people you're lazy, bro. In the middle of her running around telling people that, I would have clipped her so fucking quick.
That's funny.
You run around telling motherfuckers, I'm lazy.
So then what are you doing?
I was about to say, because right now it seems like you spending your time telling people I'm lazy and not working.
And to be fair,
no,
I do live by the code that do the least amount of things possible.
No,
still fuck her.
Nah, still fuck her.
But you know what? Her statement is just not true because I am the only person outbound that's a pit driver that has to pick for 3 sides, like for 3 different type of orders. I do all the FedEx orders. I do all the what else? I do all the LTL orders. That's like the domestic shit that we send to other GXO warehouses. I do all those by myself. Wrap shit, ban shit, make sure the count's right, have to go fix the count, all that. I'm the only pit driver that does that. We have like 4 other pit drivers in outbound, and they only focus on DC. And when they're slacking, guess who they call to help?
Me.
The person who does, the person who does all the other shit alone. Yeah. So the nerve of her to say that I'm lazy, and I'm just like tired of this shit because it's like, yo, I know shit about you. You told me personal things, and I don't speak bad about you. I say that you do be doing like when other people say shit about her that she actually does do. I'm like, yeah, that's true. She do that. She talks shit about people behind their back, and I'm one of them too. And it's just like to the point like I'm only cool with her to save face, so it's like I have to be fake. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, that's the worst.
It is the worst because now she has a new position, and she's like that shit kind of gets her head thinking that she's the only one doing shit because she was out for 2 weeks. She was out for 2 weeks because she had to do she had some surgery or whatever. She had to have a procedure, and during the midst of her procedure, we was like overloaded with a lot of work, like to the point like, no, we're not going to be able to get this shit done. Don't confirm that, please.
Yeah, right.
And what was it? She was like, oh, when I leave, everything gets fucked up. I'm like, point of order, miss. Before you left, shit was fucked up. Like, we literally had to have people come from other GXO warehouses to come help us catch up with shit.
Miss Ma'am, that shit
like,
you over there saying.
And just because shit was kind of okay and we was out of the water, it wasn't solely because you got your new position. Let's make that clear.
Yeah, but you know what? I could see where somebody would get into a new position and try to take credit for any changes.
Oh, sure.
Because you see them doing this everywhere. You see them doing it in politics. A motherfucker becomes president, and the policies of the last president start to kick in for real, and they haven't done anything to change those policies. They start to kick in, and then good things start happening. Whoever's sitting in that seat is gonna take the credit for it. As you can see,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what she's doing. There probably was some corrections that were made before she got that position, and they started to actually have an effect after she had the position. So she said, "Fuck it," you know. As soon as I got in charge, everything started shaping up, right? So that happens. That happens.
So it's just annoying. And then I just hope she doesn't allow me out like in front of me, because like, yo, I know things about you, dog. Like, y'all don't really know shit about me here. You know what I mean? They don't like things that they could like really like that I know about myself that y'all know that they could really dig into me for. Right. They don't know my personal life like that.
Right.
Because I keep shit like I know how to compartmentalize shit. I know how to compartmentalize my work life, regular life, and not like, of course, sometimes they're gonna overlap and all that. But you have control of what parts you want to overlap and what parts you don't want to overlap. Right. And I feel like even people at my job in general, like they just tell too much of their fucking business. And I don't know if that's a human thing or that's a South Carolina thing. I don't know, but people are too willing to just dish out whatever the fuck they have going on in their personal lives.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. I mean, at a work, listen, that's not to say that if you work at a place for a long time, you don't meet people there and you get cool with them. But my whole thing,
if they're working my job.
Facts. My whole thing is though, if I don't fuck with you outside of the job,
that part,
you're a coworker that I'm friendly with when I come to work.
Right. Yeah,
that's it. Like, of course, we got to get along. We're in the same place. It makes the day go by much smoother when you're getting along with the people that you work with. But if you're not somebody that like, there's really only been a handful of people that I fucked with outside of the job.
Oh no, I'm not eating nothing. I already ate. No, I wasn't eating nothing. I swear to you. I was it was this. You heard this.
hot. Yeah. But yeah, so I get that. Believe me. But anybody that you only see at work and y'all friendly and y'all may see each other at the water cooler or some shit and have a conversation about one of the sports ball teams in town, right?
Yeah,
that's different.
All that shit. Like even when people bring up football and shit, they be like, "You watch the game?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't dabble in those type of things."
Well, you know what I mean. It could be anything. A new MCU movie came out or whatever. And y'all might talk about that on the job. But it's not like y'all go hang out, have a drink at work.
Yeah,
y'all ain't never been over their house. They ain't never been over your house. Y'all don't go on vacation.
Like, the most I've done with somebody outside of the job for real was like my dog Quan. He took me to meet his barber. Now I got another barber. Now I have a new barber. You know what I'm saying? And Joe and shit. Like I hit up Joe because he tore something in his shoulder, so he's been out for like 6 weeks now. He got to take another six weeks off again because he wasn't clear by his doctor. So I check up on him type shit. You know what I mean? Because I've worked with them the longest, so it's like I do consider them like friends. Like those are dudes like at the job that I would like. If they went to a bar, I would go with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or out to eat and shit like that. But we haven't done it yet. But I would if they was like, oh, we're gonna do this, and they invited me. I'll go.
Biddy says also careful as some people overshare as a tactic to get you to share their way to get info from people.
Oh no, I
actually know people like that. I know people like that. That literally that's what they're doing it for, and what they're sharing with you may not necessarily be a real thing.
Yeah, it might not even be true.
Like
I know for a fact there's a few people on my job that are fucking compulsive liars, and I'm like, I know you're lying, but it's cool. Like You can lie to me because that just means I'm not going to tell you the truth about shit in my life. Like I'll tell you the truth about what you're doing in your life if you ask me an opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you like recently I had to tell somebody, you kind of fucking up. Like you got this dude chasing you around.
Like nigga, you put me in your business.
He's falling in love with you and you dubbing him and like, but you know what you're doing. Like,
tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
She was like, "Oh, do you think I'm wrong?" I'm like, "Yes, you wrong as fuck because you say that you don't want nothing to do with him outside of y'all just being cool." But you got this man thinking, but you got this man thinking something else.
That's kind of crazy.
Come on,
and to what end is what I would like to know. Like, because there's obviously a reason why you're doing it. You expect to get something out of it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like it's none of my business. But if you telling me, of course, I'm gonna answer the question because I like fucking people's heads up like that. Because as much as I don't care, because it doesn't affect me, it's just like now that you're asking me, I get to give you my real opinion. Sure. I think what you're doing is fucked up, and be careful.
And what you need to do, Eddie, this type of person, right? Once you give him the opening to comment on some shit, not only is he going to give you his honest opinion about the shit you said, but he's going to tell you your shoes is ugly and what you asked. No, I didn't ask you that. I asked you.
No, you asked. You can do all that. That shit wrong.
That's true. That's very true, Verm. Sometimes people just like the attention.
I mean, that's fine. Shit, you ain't gonna like that attention if that situation blow up in your face. So you better get a grasp on it now. Because a lot of people do that shit at my job. They like do shit with people and like leading them on and all that, and then the person gets mad at them and they don't understand why. I'm like, yo, like, do you not see what you're doing? Like, you're an adult. I know you know what you're doing. You might not be, you know what they say is not about intent, it's about impact. Your intent might not be to hurt that person's feelings, but the impact is that's what you're doing. And that person's going to respond the way they're going to respond, and ain't going to be shit you can do about it.
I think people overlook that part of it because they say, well, I didn't mean to. Yo, you maybe you didn't mean to, but the impact of it is still the impact. And that person is not going to respond to what you meant to. The person's going to respond to the impact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Then there's also how you going to, like, if you consider yourself a decent person, are you going to be empathetic to that person's, you know what I'm saying, outcry when they act up or whatever? Are you going to understand the hand that you had, the hand that you dealt with that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's going to depend on how the person acts up.
Yeah.
For instance, if the person just tee off on them, they're not going to be empathetic. They're not going to be empathetic to that at all. As a matter of fact, they either going to stand their ground, start swinging back and shit, or call the police on your ass. That's that's what's going to wind up happening. But no, to your point though, you're right. A lot of people aren't empathetic to the situation, even after they were shown how their actions kind of pushed us in that direction.
Yeah, because I'm like for now, you feel like you're winning. You're getting, you know what I'm saying, the long end of the stick. Not for long, though. I know.
Phrasing.
That was on purpose.
Long of the stick. Not for long. Phrasing.
Yeah, not for long. No, don't do that, James. Stop. Don't overthink it. Yeah. I'm just saying, people have a real fatful energy, and it's like, all right, you gonna find out, my nigga. Like, all right.
You know,
keep playing with these people.
it really is puzzling to me that people can think that there are people that think this, and it's not even a little bit of people, it's a lot of people that think this, that you can pull bullshit and negatively affect someone else's outlook, their livelihood, or just their entire situation, and they are not going to have a response. There's not going to be a backlash to that shit. Like, it's people that think that they are above reproach and can just do the fuck they want. But they need to realize, hey, look, all three of us come from a hood. So it don't matter how long it takes. There's going to be people that are going to get their get back. The clap back is coming. Like, listen, I know of situations that happened in my hood where somebody was killed, and then the people who wanted revenge watched that motherfucker go to and fro for the longest time, and it seemed like shit was over. They lullabied them, and then next thing you hear about them, yo, such and such got killed down there by the bar, and you find out people that was responsible for it. It was like that was the homeboy peoples that he killed. That's homeboy people. They lullabied them, let them walk around, do all the shit. Everything's fine. I did what I did. Now I get the street cred for doing it. So ain't nobody gonna mess with me now because they know I'm serious about. Oh, okay.
Oh no, niggas just be waiting. They be waiting. They bought in time. That's it.
I don't know why people think that, and they think this is the other thing too. When you do fuck shit, depending on what you did, it don't just involve you.
Yeah, everything. Yeah,
you got family and you got friends. And anybody in the car with you gonna get lit up too.
That's facts.
That's and that's why I'll be looking at people like when they get this surprise shock look on their face when the comeback comes. When they get back comes around.
No. It's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like when that happens and they get this shock puzzle, but what did I do? Come on, bro. Don't do that.
You know what you did. You was there.
Yeah. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. But I had nothing to do with it. You was with him. Yeah. And when that motherfucker decided it was time for payback, and Kid was with him. If you with him, you look just like him. That's why you gotta be careful who you have in your circle. Well, I've had friends that I grew up with, like since we was like little, and their grandmother was babysitting me and my brother, right? My guy, I leave for a little while, come back, thinking everything is everything. And then I find out that this guy is staging home invasions of drug dealers. But I don't find that out until me and another homeboy, we with him. He happened to be coming down Emerson Avenue. We taller than him. He behind us. The niggas see us first. Oh, what's up, OG? Yeah, we do all this. Then they see him. And all of a sudden, shit get quiet. It's like
the temperature change.
Temperature change around there. And we see it. Yeah, we're gonna get up with y'all later. All right, be safe. We go back to my mom's crib. We sit on the steps, and that's when we get the whole info dump. You been doing what? What? You been staging home invasions, whole niggas like hostage while you go through what? That's what you been doing?
Stay away from me with that fuck shit.
And you don't tell us, and we out there with you. We out there with you. Nigga, at least cut me in. You don't put me in danger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't put me in danger, just cut me in. Like, bro. And after that, I was just never around him anymore.
Yeah,
but yo, because the payback is coming. It's coming. It's coming.
And if your goofy ass around that shit, it's coming for your ass too.
It's going for your ass too.
That's why I tell people be careful. Like I get y'all like at the job, everybody hang out with each other outside of work and all that shit. Some people be getting like jammed up with shit. Like for instance, somebody had weed on them, and somebody else took the rap that shouldn't have. And I was like, yo, that person owes you the fade. Like, granted, the person that took the rap was like, oh, because I'm the dude in the car and it's two females. Like, listen, dog, I'm not taking no charges for nobody, my nigga. Like, dead ass, if you get in my car with some shit, best believe you leaving with it.
Tell me?
If you ain't tell me, you leaving with it at your crib, or you're leaving with that shit with the police, because nigga, I'm not taking that rap. I've done that shit before for niggas. I'm not doing that shit again.
Nah,
I'm cool.
I feel like if they was your peoples like that, they'd have let you know, and from jump that yo, I got this.
Yeah,
like yo, I've never had, except for that incident with the one guy. I've never had an incident with any close friends that was still out there, where they ain't let me know what was up beforehand.
Facts.
Yo, I'm strapped. Oh, all right. So now I got to make the decision. You know what I'm saying?
You can act accordingly.
I can act accordingly. Yo, I'm strapped. All right. Bet.
All right. I probably shouldn't be going this.
Right. or listen, I ain't gonna lie. There's been times like, oh, all right.
Oh, great, good, because I'm
gonna be strapped.
Yeah, me too. Because ain't no telling what the fuck you got going on.
Right, exactly. But I still want to go. So all right, but at least I know beforehand, and I can make that choice on my own. If somebody get in your fucking car and they are armed to the teeth and don't tell you, and then the police pull you over and find guns in the car, now we both going. You want me to fade? We doing that.
That's facts, though. That's facts.
We doing that.
Yeah,
we doing that.
So that's why I told my homie, I was like, yo, that girl owes you. That girl owed you the fade, and that's that.
Oh
no, she can't hear you.
I said, is that Jen?
Oh, is that? Oh,
I
you said hi.
I said hi
because she reached over to the because she reached over to the TV thingy or whatever. I saw her get up and move over there. So I saw. Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Word.
Y'all all up in my business. Like,
I'm just saying,
nigga, she's on the screen. Fuck you mean? It's not like I was like, yo, where's your...
No, divert your eyes elsewhere.
Okay, got it. Right.
Look here.
No, you're right.
Here.
I'm looking at
there we go. There we go. Just disrespect on both sides. Shit. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up my week. But on that note, just like, yo, watch your surroundings, watch who you fuck with, because people at your job, they cool and all that. And I'm cool with people at my job.
Maybe
some of them I have their numbers and shit, but I don't like use it because ain't no point. You know what I mean? Right. And it's just be careful with these folks, because people get you fucked up and jammed. And people do fuck with you. Like, they will fuck with you emotionally if they know they can.
Yeah, sure. 100%.
Real shit.
All right, but that's about that on that. Oh, also, I want to figure out when to use my PTO, because I have like 51 hours, and I don't want the company to shut down and they be like, oh, we're not gonna give y'all shit. You know?
No, nigga, you better figure it out.
That's what I'm trying to do, though. I'm trying to get on that.
Don't let them get away with that. Oh,
wait a minute. Because there was one week I was like, yo, I want to use all my shit. And then
but if they shut down, because I've been in that situation before, they just put it on my severance.
Yeah. That's
I don't even know if we're gonna get a severance.
You need to find out, nigga.
But I don't know. But that's the thing. I don't know if they're going to shut down. I just know that we're close to losing our contract with Google. Well, they're close to losing the contract with Google. Let me stop putting we. And then what they're saying
still got your contract with Google, so that you good.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
You do. You got a good Gmail account.
Oh yeah.
Yo, you good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they fuck with me heavy though. Heavy.
Look, they might not though. I don't know what it's in regards to, or why they're about to lose the shit or whatever, but they might not.
I mean, it's really because we don't have enough people. So at the Google data center, it started off with like 7 buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're at 10 buildings. They're at 10 buildings. So we're sending parts to all those buildings, and they're building more buildings.
And y'all can't keep up with the demand.
Exactly. We don't have enough people, and our warehouse is small as fuck. So I don't understand. So when things get lost because they bring in new inventory and all that, if we're in such a small warehouse, of course it's going to be easier for things to get lost because shit's always moving around. You would think if it's smaller, it'd be easier to find shit, but it's not, because the dynamics are changing all the time. It's a system. You know what I mean?
The system it's a systemic problem with how they're cataloging shit, putting shit away, because shit should not be getting lost like that. It really shouldn't. Like, it happens from time to time in all warehouses,
right? But you know what the real reason is? It's the turnover rate.
That's exactly. Listen, because they got to keep training people.
Exactly.
People,
and we just got new people in, and we was at the pit meeting, and our one of our pit leaders, Soya, she was like saying like who's been here the longest and all that, and it was me, her, Quan, Shanika, and that's it. The four of us. Joe, if he would have been there, because Joe's been there just as long as Quan, and it's just like I've been there the longest. That's like a year and a half coming up.
Wow.
All these other people are new. They just been here, like the ones that, like, outside of the new people, the other people have been here for like 2 months. So that just shows you, that alone, like, the turnaround has something to do with it too, because people aren't there long enough to learn how to do the shit.
Right.
So when they are there, they're, of course, because they knew they're going to be making a lot of mistakes. Like, for instance, if they got to put something away, they go to a location, there's something already there. You know what they do? Instead of going to the command center, which I just think is fucking common sense. If something's in a location already, go tell them that and tell them to find you a new location. No, what these people would do is put it to the next location that's empty. So that fucks up inventory.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So it's a trickle down effect. It fucks up with everything. So the orders are wrong or sent out wrong. Wrong pieces aren't where they're supposed to be and all that shit. So it's like,
and it don't like a couple of times. If you have if you work for a company that gets contracted out to other companies for their service, products or whatever, it only take a few times for you to fuck up something, for the company to not to go out, and then they got to deal with it on their end.
Because they're like, yo, why are y'all fucking up our shit?
Yeah,
we're giving you our things.
That's right.
To take care of them, and you guys are constantly fucking it up. Why? I know why. Because people don't stay at that job long enough to learn what we're actually fucking doing. Facts. And nobody wants to acknowledge that. Nobody wants to acknowledge that. Those of us that know, we're like, that's acknowledge right. Like the higher ups and the leads and shit, like supervisors. I'm like, this is why we don't.
Stop punching them.
I want to. I'm inclined to. I really am.
All right, hold on. Don't actually take that advice.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying go.
Nah.
Green light that shit.
No. It's like that type of situation.
Oh,
maybe after they close down. But
that shit is
while they're still up and running, I don't think.
I'll be Senior Duffington on Duffington Ave for all of them.
Discord is 100% right. He says Amazon is kind of like that with turnover. 100% right. I know when Amazon first came to Baltimore, it's like everybody that lived in Baltimore worked
literally the entire occupation of the city,
crazy, yo,
filtered through that damn company,
and they had a bunch of turnover. I know so many people that worked there, that used to work there. You know what I'm saying? That is ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
And then another thing, it's too many like people at that job that know each other outside of the job, like people who date each other, cousins, and all that shit. So, there's a lot of favoritism going on. And if their relationship goes bad, then it goes bad for everybody else. And, it's like little fuck shit like that they overlook because they think, oh, those are the top quality workers, because since they all know each other, they all kind of like suck each other's dick and shit. Even when they say they're mad at one another, they'll still throw somebody else. Like, for instance, they'll throw me under the bus for another person. I'm just like, you all fucking suck. Like,
I think what you're going to find too, because McKenna said that it's the same with the Chewy warehouses, right? I think what you're going to find, especially currently, that there is going to be high turnaround rates for a lot of those type of jobs.
Yeah,
because if you look at A lot of the numbers and the way they're polling as far as people with their attitudes about work and working at specific jobs, a lot of motherfuckers are like, I don't want to do this no more. I'm here for this little bit of time here, and then once they get different, no, I don't want to do this no more.
And it's not even only that; they don't really tell the people what the fuck we're doing. Like when you get the job, they just kind of they walk you around the warehouse, say what outbound is, what inbound is, but they don't really tell you what you do. Like at my job, you learn as you go. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I don't think that's effective.
Truthfully speaking, that's how it's going to be at most jobs because they can give you a quick rundown on what you're expected of you, but at the end of the day, the way you learn it is about doing it.
No, but I mean for like the technical side of it. For instance, you need to let your pit drivers know that if there's a location that's already occupied, come back to us so we could give you guys another location. Right. Just don't put it up anywhere that you see that's empty. Shit like that. Or when you're handling microchips and hard drives, make sure you're wearing the right type of gloves. Shit like that. Right. When you're taking things out of a box and there's leftover, make sure you put those things back on the pallet in another box. Don't leave those things open on the pallet.
Right.
I understand those things might be common sense shit, but if you don't tell nobody these things, those things are going to happen.
Right.
And lo and behold, those things have been happening when new people come because nobody told them that they can't do it. Or they probably saw another new person do it.
That's a problem.
Or they saw another new person do it and thought, that's what we do here.
Yeah, that's a problem. Discord says, I've been at DCL5 for 4 months and my trainer and like more than half of the people that were there when I started are gone, including some management. McKenna says, I swear when I was working at Walmart for the summer, most people were coming from at least one of the warehouses if they didn't work in both, despite how horrible Amazon is known to be. At least, yeah, that's the other thing. Amazon has issues with the way it treats its workers.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my little rant. But all in all, this week was good though. I had a great Valentine's Day.
She can tell you, Ocala, the Chewy warehouse,
my bad,
had horrible conditions. I don't know anyone that lasted more than 2 months, and they had basically no AC. God damn! And some areas, this is in Florida.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
We don't got no. We have these big ass. We have these big ass turbo fans where they only get turned on because they're not for like to keep the warehouse cool. They're for humidity for the floors, so the floors don't get wet. Like that. Yeah. So like how they're set up, is determined by the weather. So even if it's cold as fuck outside, if it's a little humidity, that's just going to turn on. Yeah, it's going to turn on automatically. Yeah. So like during the summertime, it gets real hot in that warehouse, and those fans will be on, but they don't help shit. Because all you're doing is, if you have no vents in your warehouse, all you're doing is circulating hot air.
Basically.
Facts.
And that's like science shit. But whatever. Everybody knows everything except for me.
Okay.
Facts.
That's one way to go. Shit. Damn.
No, I mean at my warehouse, not here.
No, I understand.
Here is a safe place for me.
Oh,
right.
My bad.
I mean, relatively it is.
So, and what was your week like over there, SPJ?
A hurricane?
Nah, we didn't have. Well, it was windy as a motherfucker yesterday.
It was windy as fuck.
It was crazy windy yesterday.
Yo, that's funny. I wasn't even thinking about that. But so I got my C-stand and a new mic holder.
Yeah, so, I can't stand this.
Yeah,
this
mic holder. My guy, this mic holder.
I can't stand
this mic holder right
here. I got a mic holder.
No, nigga, it ain't this. It ain't this, my guy. It ain't this.
It looks like me and Toon got the same kind.
It does look like
no. I'm pretty sure the three of us had the same kind. But the one I had I moved it too much, so it wore out. So I had to. I got a higher quality one. So
ain't that some shit?
I actually got like the Rhodes one to match the
motherfucker,
the pop filter and the mic. So
I mean, I got a PS5.
Yes, we know.
Oh.
I got a PS5 too over there.
Or that's what's up, gang.
So the gang.
Yeah, I don't. Okay. All right. But yeah, the C-stand, nigga. I had some clue because I've always wanted one, but I was like completely underestimating the usefulness of a fucking C-stand. Like, nigga, what? Like the amount of things that you can do with just one C-stand. Come on, yo.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna just get one just in spite of him.
I don't think you are. That's an expensive purchase for spite, my guy.
I mean,
you have no idea how deep his spite goes.
Exactly.
Hey, no, listen. If you like it, I love it. Because you can find something to use it for. So if you like it, I love it. But I'm petty as fuck. I'm not $200+ on a whim petty.
I am.
I kind of am too. Depends.
Hey,
but not for you though. Not for you.
Nigga, it wouldn't hurt me. It would help everybody
you.
else.
Yeah.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. So, like, if it was for spite, then it wouldn't be for you. Like, it would have to be for somebody else that I really want to show up.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
And the issue that I had with the light last week wasn't actually an issue. It was me being a dumbass. Shut up. The dumb I used
yesterday.
I used the cord from a different light, and I didn't realize that this ain't that.
See, the thing
this ain't that type of
BCGz,
scenario.
you're gonna be realizing.
Shut up. This ain't that scenario. Like, it can absolutely not be used with a different cord.
Right.
So I'm like, damn, maybe I wasted my money because this shit overheating and cutting off. And nah, nigga. I went and grabbed the right cord, and
that's all it takes.
This shit has been on since like 7 o'clock.
Wow.
And it's not even warm. So yeah. On top of that, I might just be the unluckiest person in the world, right?
Point of order, sir.
Hold up. Like, did you ever for a moment like think that
let me stop you.
Shut
there.
up. Shut up.
Thinking
that a version of Murphy's Law was written specifically with you in mind?
Well, no, they call it Tombstone's Law.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't think that works. Like not with major stuff, but like with smaller things. And just because they're smaller doesn't mean they're inconsequential. They're just smaller.
I know.
So all right,
I know what you're talking about.
So
if I didn't know what you were talking about, I wouldn't be living here now. What up, Cindy? I would not. If I didn't know what you were talking about, I wouldn't be living here. Right?
All facts. See, I don't want to
Reaper Law.
I don't want to call it that because that whatever. I don't want to jinx anything. But anyway, so I encountered another dumbass when it comes to delivering food. Now this hasn't happened in quite some time, but this may be the dumbest one I've ever come across. She gets so much. No. Nope.
Oh damn. Oh damn! Oh damn!
I'm joking. So she gets on my street, and she's out of the car. She calls me. Number one, why the fuck are you calling me? I have the instructions in my fucking profile. But anyway, so hi, this is your delivery driver. Could you help me get to your house? I'm at 502. Mind y'all probably forgot because it's been a while. I live at 500. She's at 502. And she's asking me for directions.
That's
how to get.
That's it's pretty decent distance.
I mean, so I say to her,
I say her
500 is the next building over on the main street. Main street means the street that's attached to your address. Like if you live on 123 Baltimore Avenue, the main street would be Baltimore. No, because apparently
this nigga.
I have to explain. Her response was, "Sir, I'm not from here. I don't really know my way around." What the fuck does where you're from have to do with what a street is?
I blame you.
What?
You see, I don't have people around that do that.
What do you mean people around?
Y'all motherfuckers, y'all know things. You
Right.
continue to have people around you who don't know.
They don't. They are around me.
That's
These people aren't around me. I don't have no connection to this motherfucker.
But
I don't know her but can't
but
pay.
He said,
but
it's
they're
just a
there.
step to the left and I hop to the right.
Yo, right? So I'm like, what? I said, she continues, well, do I go left or right? Ma'am, you don't know how addresses work?
That's
But
what
from
I said.
where though?
Why the
You go
F are
left
you
and right from
delivering
where?
food where you don't? So hilarious.
I don't fucking know. So, all right, so moving on. Right as this is happening, completely different scenario. Right as this is happening, I get a text message from my mother. Now I love my mother dearly.
Uh-oh.
She
Now hold up. Before you do this, just know,
nigga, let me
she's
land.
on my friends list, and I will snitch.
Care. I don't give. If you listen to what the fuck I'm saying, she might possibly be listening right now.
I'm just saying.
There's no reason for you to snitch. She could be listening. So I want to make it clear.
We're gonna make sure. We're gonna make sure.
So I want to make this clear. It wasn't completely her fault. Like, I wasn't annoyed with her, but the scenario was annoying as hell. And that's because of the anxiety that it caused me. So I have this thing about family. I just want everybody to get along and be on the same fucking page. Y'all ain't got to be best friends.
We're gonna have a conversation about that after the show.
Shut up. You ain't got to be best friends. Y'all ain't got to talk. But I don't need no friction.
Now, let me ask you this question. Do you feel that way because inevitably the friction gets tossed in your lap?
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I get it.
I have a solution. Stop having a lap.
I'm not taking.
I knew he was going to say that.
Yeah,
yo, like
that's why I said
knew.
no. That's exactly why I said no. So the hint, the very hint that may not possibly be the case is anxiety inducing, because I start to extrapolate and then I don't be wrong. So that shit comes back, and like you said, it ends up being an issue for me as well. Yeah. But anyway, she texted me telling me that my cousin blocked her on Facebook. Let's get into some context. There are 3 things that I dislike that I see mostly older people do with social media. One of them is comment on a post with something that has absolutely nothing to do with that post.
Yeah,
it's usually something like, hey, such and such said they ain't heard from you in a while. You should give them a call.
I've seen this.
Or did you hear about Aunt Lisa getting sent back to the hospital? Mind you, the original post could be about how they enjoyed the last episode of Game of Thrones.
Right. No, I've seen
Thankfully,
this.
Thankfully, my mother does not do that at all. I ain't never seen her do that. Number 2, care so much about somebody being friends with them on social media. Yeah. I've talked about my uncle on here before, who for years harassed me about not being his friend on Facebook.
I remember.
My mother got a little bit of that. She got a little bit of that. Number 3, trying to police younger people in their family on the actual site.
Younger, meaning these people are still grown. They're just younger than.
Well, here's the thing. My mother used to do that. That's where my cousin comes in. So my mom and this particular cousin kind of have some rocky times in the past. She's about 2 years younger than me. She had some wild times in her teenage and young adult years. She would do a lot of things. Right. She would do a lot of things that my mother didn't deem appropriate. I don't remember the specifics, but my mother has said things about said things. And on occasion or two, my cousin blocked her. For the record, I don't blame my cousin. I have never had to go through the scenario of blocking my mother. If I ever did, it might have been once. I don't believe it happened ever, but I'm just allowing for my bad memory. The reason I never had to is because I don't believe in doing dirt for public to see.
No, see, this interesting that you say that, because you said it very understated, but I feel that for a public service, that needs to be said louder and clear. there's just certain things you're not gonna see,
bruh,
me do or say
No.
online because
absolutely
you see,
not.
I don't. For one, I don't overvalue my opinion.
No.
I really don't. Like, I don't place this value to it that means it must be expressed at all point or the world comes to an end. No, I don't feel that way. Some of y'all need to grow up. This place is not for that.
No.
And some of y'all learning the hard way a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, you could have just shut the fuck again. You could have just shut the fuck
always
up.
Option.
You always could have just So
always option.
And like I said, she was wild in her younger age. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's absolutely true. But again, here's the thing about me. Since at least 19, probably younger, there ain't much anybody could have said to, like an adult could have said to me that was going to really alter my behavior.
Right.
Like I had a decent head on my shoulders. I wasn't the greatest or anything, but there were certain things that I understood that there would be consequences that I didn't want to fucking deal with.
No doubt. And nobody, certain obvious things, no adult needed to tell me, yo, you shouldn't.
Right. And if I did it on those things, it wasn't because I didn't know.
Yeah, it's because I didn't care.
Right.
I didn't care.
Thanks. So, like, the whole putting that shit on Facebook or whatever, no, because I have people on my Facebook who are going to feel inclined to say something to me about this thing. And I don't feel like hearing their mouth. Like, because again, by the time I got on Facebook, I was already 17. I'd already graduated. Facebook came out the year that I graduated from high school.
Yo, that's crazy.
It ain't too much shit
oh my
that
God.
any of y'all are going to be able to say to me that's going to actually alter my behavior.
This motherfucker said he got on Facebook the year he graduated from.
No, I mean, that's when it came out.
Literally working.
Nigga, you like
at
15
Phillips
years older than me.
I had really just met my wife. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy.
You're like 15 years older than me. But so like I said, I get that some people's reason might be not wanting to get in trouble. Again, that had nothing to do with me. I just didn't want to hit it. I didn't want to hit a mouse. Like, right. So I simply texted my cousin. But the problem is I had to have a conversation with her that I wasn't ready to have with her. So it didn't seem like I was accusing her of anything. So I told her about plans for my birthday that I hadn't even told my mother about yet because it wasn't finalized. And then I asked her why I couldn't find her profile. She was simply on a break from social media.
Oh, so it wasn't even that.
No. I knew it wasn't. I told my mother when she texted me, I'm like, my first response was, "Why do you think that?"
Right.
And she's like, "I can't find her." Blah 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 blah. I said, "Okay, but that's not."
But was there any offending event?
That's what I said. I said the last interaction y'all had on Facebook was you congratulating her on getting married.
Oh, that's a bridge too far.
And I'm like, but she was like, "Shut up." She did say like, well, all right. So my mother was convinced that she had blocked her, but given the limited information I had, that didn't make sense to me. Like my cousin is a 33-year-old wife and mother of 2 kids. Kids who lives 100 miles away from some of those bad influence she had in her life when she was doing that fuck shit. Yeah, and on top of that, she doesn't even post on Facebook like that. My cousin. So it struck me incredibly odd that she would feel the need to block my mother, just given the information I had.
Right.
So I was trying to take to it like there's likely a different explanation. I'm fairly certain. Like I can't know for sure because I'm not privy to whatever conversations y'all might have had in Messenger or whatever the case may be. But it turns out no, she didn't block her. She just cut off her Facebook for a couple of days. Like
needed a break.
Yeah.
I mean, all of us have needed breaks from social media from time to time. It's not. I mean, I rarely like just close my shit.
Oh no, I never go as far as
you know what I'm saying. But,
I literally just won't get on there.
Yeah, I just won't be on them.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
All right, so that's that. So then, again, same day, different scenario. I'm getting pretty dope reactions from my latest freestyle. So, like, I was getting good stuff from the Wakanda joint, but and you know that has the most views of any thing me rapping.
Well, I think part of
it's
that
topical.
It was topical.
It was extremely topical.
Great for SEOs,
right?
Yeah. So.
But
if you could just bottle that technique,
nigga, and just drizzle a little bit every time, like just a little bit here, a little bit there. But I think okay. That's how you come back in. That's how you come back in, right?
Phrasing.
That's funny. That's yo. Let me shut up. Anyway, so, but the kind and quality of responses I'm getting from this Wu-Tang joint,
yeah.
So, Just Chris hit me up. Just Chris texted me. We rarely ever talk through text.
Right.
The vast majority of the time we talk through Facebook or Facebook Messenger.
Right.
This nigga texted me. And he reads me what he said. Yo, you was wilding right now.
Yeah, he is wilding.
You good?
You have no idea how that sound coming across. No idea.
So he texted me. He said, "Yo, why you snap like that? You know I love Wayne because he got a lot of bars that make me go back and re-listen. Like, damn, did I miss what he said? When you said how many times you spelled cream, I just smiled. Like, damn, that's my nigga. Like, where was this when we was little?
Ass.
So I'm like, cool. That.
Also, cream. It's one of them.
It demands.
It's one of them beats.
Yeah.
Where a person don't even have to know who you are as a rapper. If they hear the beat playing, they're gonna see what you're doing with it.
Facts.
What you doing?
What do you think?
If you can only bottle it.
Nigga, again. Right?
Right.
Right?
You know what I'm
yeah, like, if I can take like a little bit of the Wakanda joint and a little bit of the cream joint
and make a formula with the shit, and then
yeah. Right after the situation with my mother, I get a phone call from one of my homegirls, literally just heaping effusive amounts of praise.
Wow,
where this come from? I ain't know you. Blah blah blah. So you may hear that, and that's what the problem is, because this section is about me being the unluckiest person on the planet. Sure, it's uncomfortable as fuck getting attention because y'all.
Hashtag Big James Spanish.
But that's not really an issue. I'm not complaining about that.
Right.
For my homegirl specifically, we've been friends on every platform that I post my raps on for years, except TikTok. She just created a TikTok recently. The fact that this is the first time she saw it is absolutely stupid to me. Now, I know, I understand the algorithm, all that bullshit. And this is a rhetorical question. Why aren't people seeing the shit that I post?
Right.
Like, I understand why, but it's still frustrating as fuck.
Here's the thing about that, though. In some cases, it is absolutely that people didn't see it. But if somebody has been doing this content shit online for a long time, there's a lot of cases where they see it and keep scrolling.
No,
the people that love you,
I'm not arguing about.
Necessarily.
I'm not arguing. My issue isn't low views. My issue is she literally called me in a hysteric mode. Like,
and you've been rapping before. You have already rapped and put some other stuff.
There's no way she's the only person. That's what I'm saying.
The first one she liked.
No, nigga, she went back. Because she was like, "How long you been?" I'm like, "Yo, they on the page." She like, "What?" She literally went through, and don't you know how, like, if somebody like spam like your shit, you can tell?
Yes.
No. It was literally like a minute and a half, 2 minutes between each like.
Right.
Like, she's actually going back and listening. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so I know you aren't the only person that's not seeing my shit. That's my issue. The people that see it and scroll, more power to you, because I understand. because everything ain't for everybody.
It ain't. That's facts.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't got no problem with that. But the fact that some of these, a portion, however large, of the people that I'm friends with, follow me, whatever the case,
they should have seen your shit.
Don't see it. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Yo, this is true. For argument says the social media algorithms have gotten more suppressive with reach over time unless you pay for it. I saw that joint though. I still got to check it out. Like he's right about that because I've actually seen other people talking about this, and I'm not just talking about regular content creators. I'm talking about apex content creators who have huge followings saying the same thing.
Oh, facts. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts. All facts. No, this is and TikTok. You all right, my guy?
Damn, what's up with you, man? Like,
no, we hear all this shit. Like it might not sound loud to you.
No, I hear you. Power through it, dog.
Oh my goodness!
Because then what we're gonna do? We're gonna have a 5-minute segment of me explaining the noise.
Yes.
I mean, we could. It doesn't have to be 5 minutes. Like
you think.
But I know who I'm talking to. And who I'm talking to. Like
you think we can't make that funny?
That's my point. I'm not doing that today.
Fair enough. So then that's the end of the whole bad string of luck thing. But then, like Eddie said, Valentine's Day was last week.
Yo, Aqua said. Meanwhile, Adequate has every paperclip in his room mic'd.
I would fire back, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna be nice.
Cindy said Eddie doing construction or what? I'm telling you, this shit. I'm telling you, you don't hear how crazy
that just sound crazy.
So yeah, like Eddie said, Valentine's Day was last week. Nigga. So I exchanged gifts with 2 people and got something for a third. All of this involved drama to some degree. First, I sent my mother some Sherry's berries, whatever the case.
Sherry's berries.
I figured out. Listen, I went through figuring out her work schedule. So I knew where I had to send it. I did that without suspicion. And even still, the motherfuckers ain't get to it till Thursday. Mind you, Valentine's Day was Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to be careful with that too because what I wound up doing is getting the order early. I got it early. Because when I looked on the website and all these supposed to be Valentine's Day shits, and I'm looking at the delivery day, like, hold up. 3 days after? 3 days after?
Right, nigga. Like you would think, I don't know, whatever. So even still, like I said, it didn't get there till Thursday. Then what she got me, she couldn't really surprise me with, so I kind of had to do it, which I don't mind doing it. But when you're surprising somebody like with a gift, you don't want that ruined for you. Like you want the surprise, you want to get the genuine reaction and all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
More on that later. Second person I exchanged with, there was a legit drama both ways. Like I ordered her stuff and they came separately and both of them got delayed. Luckily I ordered them early enough because I didn't see her on Valentine's Day.
Right.
So luckily I ordered them early enough that they still made it before I saw her. Then what she ordered, she sent to my house. I stopped home for lunch the day it was supposed to get there because I knew they didn't have the code to get into my main entrance store.
Right.
Right as I'm pulling up, she tells me they said it was delivered. I'm like, okay, cool. I walk in, I look for it, no sign of it. I tell her. She calls them to inquire. The company's like, well, if the delivery place says delivered, then maybe they just marked it delivered before they delivered it. And I would wait a few. And if by the end of the day you don't have it, then you're going to have to put a claim in with your bank.
Right.
The fuck? All right. So from being here for lunch, and then leaving after my lunch period was over, still wasn't there. So in talking with each other, she mentioned that the people said it was being delivered by the post office. Huge sigh of relief. I'm like, okay, So the tracking that she got originally was from UPS.
Right.
That's what she was sending me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, they wouldn't have my door code.
Right.
But for some reason, UPS was delivering it to the post office.
Right.
That's what the delivered message was, that it had been delivered to the post office.
Mm-hmm.
The post office was delivering it to me, which still, because she called them back, the company that shipped it, she called them back, and they explained that to her. And then it said it was delivered again.
Right.
And I'm like, what? So, but I'm like, all right, well, I was able to calm her down. Like, if the post office has it, they have access.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll likely get it. So don't worry about it. But whoever this motherfucker was, try and improve their numbers and shit, marking it delivered before it was actually delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, guy. Like, what or lady. Whatever.
Right. Right.
What the fuck are we doing? Like, but I digress. It was this. It's kind of dope. Kind of dope. I ain't even going. Yeah. It's kind of dope. I've actually been wanting one of these for years, but I never pulled the trigger. But anyway, the drama for the third person's gift was trivial, very trivial. It barely even enough to mention, but it still existed. So the second person made plans for us to hang out. What was actually going to happen was a surprise, but I'm me though. So no, I mean, come on now. You want to try to surprise the watcher?
Yo, he's like, ass.
No,
you are.
Nigga.
You are. You're ass. It's true.
Anyway, so I figured out both of the surprises. Like, one I was 95% sure of. The other I was about 75% sure.
SPJ strikes me as one of those kids that around Christmas time, he know where the bones are buried.
Oh, that's how I found out about Santa Claus.
Oh, you know? Oh shit! I got
me and my step is the right word. Yeah, stepbrother. Mm-hmm. We was digging, and we found the buried treasure. And I'm like, oh, wait.
Yo, I had a wild ass discovery about the whole Santa Claus thing. That shit was crazy. My mom's told me.
Yeah.
As a kid, like, we not doing that.
Yeah, I get it.
One
of my coworkers does it in a very interesting way. She just does one gift from Santa. So basically, when her children are grown now, but when she took her children to
Cindy said kids, I'm still that way.
That's funny. When she took her children to the mall to see Santa, she would specifically tell them, ask him for one gift.
Oh, interesting.
So she would get the one gift to say that was from Santa, and the rest would be clearly from her.
No, my mom was never on that. She was like, there have been times we went to the store with her. Like my mom,
funny.
My mom was never on that. So as a result, I didn't grow up with it. So I didn't like, as much as my daughter's mother attempted that shit, it just wasn't a thing. Like I always told her, when my daughter was of age of understanding that stuff, I had a mantra in her head that she would say, I don't believe in Santa Claus. My daddy buys my toys. That was a mantra. Like it was like almost automatic. Somebody said, "What's Santa Claus?" I don't believe in Santa Claus. My daddy buys my toys. Right? Because I didn't grow up with it. I didn't grow up with it. And I still enjoy. That's the other thing. People say, "Oh, you taking the..." I still Christmas, boy. What?
Right.
I'm about to get some shit. And there's food going on around here and gingerbread.
That's the weirdest. That's the weirdest idea I've ever heard. And I've heard that shit a lot. Like, why the fuck do you think I would care where the gifts came from? As a child?
Right.
Why the fuck do you think I would care where the gifts came from?
I'm getting gifts.
Right.
Yo,
I remember this toy that I've been wanting all year.
I've been
getting this video game.
I've been literally watching them run that commercial all year long. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to get this. I don't care.
And you think I'm gonna be the experience is gonna be ruined for me because some big fat white man wearing a red and white outfit didn't come down my non-existent chimney? Nigga, what are we talking about?
Bro, what are we talking, bro?
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those people that would like go out of my way to ruin it for other children or nothing like that. But I care.
I don't give a fuck. Yo, I had bro. I have a picture. I think I may have shared it on. I got a picture. I was probably like 8, and this is when my grandfather was still my father's father, stepfather was still alive. So our Christmases was lit. Like the whole room full, the whole living room full of just boxes and what? I didn't believe in Santa Claus then. And I still had the time of my life.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Jonathan brings up another good point. He said all my presents were from Santa and none of them from Mom. So I quickly realized all of them were from her.
Wow.
Here's the thing. People will underestimate how fucking smart children can be.
Exactly.
I guarantee you, I'll say 6 times out of 10. 6 times out of 10, before you actually tell that child ain't no Santa, they
already know.
6 times out of 10.
They already know.
Yeah, it's just. But anyway, so yeah,
this is my mom's sentiment. Although she didn't say it,
I mean,
the same way Cindy did. Screw Santa. That fat bastard wasn't getting credit for the good stuff. That was my mother's sentiment. That was her sentiment. I worked too hard.
Here's the thing. Just like, I just shitted on the people who think that it's going to ruin a child's experience.
Right.
I gotta give a little pushback to that idea of I'm not giving Santa credit. The child is not gonna fucking care.
No,
when they get older, the idea is going to be they already know Santa isn't real.
Yeah.
So clearly you had to get me these toys.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a scenario where the child gets older and thinks, "Oh, my parents ain't never get me no gifts. Santa always did." What? No, you're gonna get your credit.
But I'm gonna tell you what some parents would say. You know, all that ass kissing you doing for the fat jolly man that don't exist.
That's funny.
All that I gotta be cool because Santa. No, you gotta be. It's me.
But here's the thing. That still don't do nothing because you being good. You're not being good to Santa. You're being good for Santa. So the parents
now you're
still
being
benefits.
Good for your parents.
The parents still benefits.
No, me.
No, nigga. Whatever.
Me.
Anyway,
me.
You're being obtuse.
For me.
You're being obtuse is what you are doing. Nigga.
Look, listen. You see this? Hold on. You see that? Hold on. Father, you're going to
get it.
They spell father wrong.
Shut up. Anyway, so like I said, I figured out both surprises. One, I was like 9. I was more than I ain't gonna hold you. I was more than 90% sure of one of them. But here's the thing. The one I was 90% sure of was my homegirl that I hadn't seen in a while. She was gonna be there. Mm-hmm. I figured that shit out early on. Like we started talking about this maybe on like the 9th. I have a Google Doc that I opened just so I can prove that I figured out the surprise.
Yo, you are so ass, yo.
I opened it on the 11th and wrote in here such and such is going to be a part of the surprise.
You're ass.
Just in case she was like, you ain't know. Nah, look at this Google Doc and look at the time and the date. Because nigga, I figured that shit out early. So here's the thing. So since I was giving one gifts, I figured why not grab the other some candy, right? It's Valentine's Day. The slight drama was I could never actually be sure if she was going to be there or not. So I did do the research of finding, not research. I straight up asked her, like, what kind of, you eat chocolate? Mm-hmm. And she told me her favorite chocolate. She said, why? I said, oh, I'm just being nosy. And then between back and forth, my other homegirl, she would like say something, and I would be like, oh yeah, my other homegirl absolutely gonna be there. And then she would say something else. I'm like, oh shit, maybe not. Hold up.
Right.
Like that's why I only say 90. But the reason that it ended up being a slow, tiny bit of drama, again, almost inconsequential, was that since I wasn't sure, like since I couldn't be 100% sure, I didn't get the candy as early as I normally would have. And by the time I got it, the Easter candy was out already. So the candy that I got her was in the shape of an egg and not the shape of a heart. So, so I gave it to her, and she was like, "Oh, this is Easter candy." I said, "Yes," because I couldn't be 100% sure that you were coming. She said, "You should not have known. You should have let me land it, and it would have been." So we go try that again. I said I couldn't be 100% sure that you were coming. She said you shouldn't have had any idea if I was coming or not.
Phrasing.
Oh god.
Phrasing.
And I told her no, nobody spoiled it for me. I just figured it out. I'm just whatever. I'm me. So the outing itself. So we effectively went to a place with karaoke that I had never been to before. The reason I was able to figure this out is because we had previously had a conversation about this particular place briefly, and I said I would want to go.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, you said, because I was asking her questions when she said it was a surprise. I'm like, all right, so what about this place has to be a surprise? Like, why is it a surprise?
Right.
And she was like, I just want it to be a surprise. I'm like, what are we doing? She's like, I can't tell you that. I'm like, okay, well, why can't you tell me that? She was like, well, it's something that I know you would like. And you say, I know. Okay, that means I must have told you. Well, no, I had to have told you. So anyway, nigga, the customer hold up. The outing itself was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, but it wouldn't be an outing with any of my people if there wasn't some stupid shit to laugh at. The customer service was absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, I don't be putting up with that. Like, y'all can't do that with me.
Here's the thing. It wasn't my thing. Yeah, I wasn't the one. I wasn't the one interacting with. I was just a witness.
Yeah.
So we get to the place we ordered the food. Apparently, they normally would have been closed. The food part would have been closed by the time we got there. But for some reason, they wasn't getting as much traffic, the food part, during this day as most days. So the one dude was like, no, because there was a lady behind the desk. She was trying to go home. The dude was like, no, I still got this one pizza.
Right.
So we get there, and this nigga like, look, we ain't got it. My homegirl was like, can we get a menu or something? And he was like, we don't got no food. Like, we only have one pizza and like 7 slices of pizza. He was like, that's all we got left. So she was
better
like,
go to the store. What's wrong?
So she was like, all right, we'll take the whole pizza.
Jeez.
So
I ain't eating the whole pizza. 7 slices of that pizza.
No. A whole pizza and 7 slices.
Oh.
So she was like, we'll take the whole pizza. So we did. And from the point that she said, we'll take the pizza, to the point that she was able to pay for the pizza was at least 5 minutes. Because some other customer had walked up and he was, because his thing was, we stayed this extra time. Now I gotta get rid of this food in order for us to be able to leave.
Right.
So he was trying to sell her on getting the other pizza. So she was like, what y'all got? He was like, I won't got nothing but one pizza. He said it again. I guess he was used to saying it.
What time
and
was
somebody
this?
else didn't want pizza. It was like 9 something. They normally leave at like 8. So he was like, I guess he was used to just saying it because he was trying to get rid of this pizza. He was like, we got 1 pizza and 7 slices of pizza.
Right.
And she was like, all right, I'll take the pizza, the one pizza. He was like, oh no, you can't have that. This lady right here just ordered that. And this chick was literally trying to convince him to give her the pizza. I got 6 kids with me and blah blah this and blah. And he like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't know what to tell you. All I got is 7 slices of pizza. So you want the 7 slices, or
she got 6 kids with her? That's a slice for her and a slice.
Like, yo, I don't know what you want me to tell you. So them going back and forth, and then when he went to take the money, his coworker that he had made stay late came walking up to ring us up, and she basically was trolling the fuck out of him at this point because she was mad that he made her stay so long. So he was like, yeah, we sold the pizza, we can get ready to leave, and she was like, oh nah, it's still food. And he was like, no, it ain't no more food left. She was like, yes, it is. It's food right there. It actually was more food.
So it wasn't a troll.
Well, it was part troll because she was only doing that shit because he had made her stay late.
Yeah, so
that's the only reason she was doing that
later
shit.
Now.
Right. So that was a thing. Pizza was actually decent. I mean,
what should have been? It was the last little bit of pizza that was left up.
That's funny.
They should have went to the fucking store.
You stupid.
What is they know?
No, the pizza was actually good. But after we eat, we went to go get because this place has karaoke rooms instead of it just being a place that does karaoke. Right. So we went to get a karaoke room. Nigga, we reserved the room, and they tell us where to go. We get to the room. That shit smelled like hot armpit and sweaty ass.
Yo, you know what really grinds my gears? So you were going someplace, and clearly motherfuckers have been doing some sort of physical activity in there, right? They up there performing, or they doing backflips or whatever the fuck they doing. And the people that work in the place, they know that it was a bunch of people in here, and now it's smelling a little toxic up in this bitch. Y'all don't go in there with some potpourri or
nigga.
Like you know, you got other people coming up in here. You know it's smelling like Badussy in here, and y'all motherfuckers are over here. Y'all,
what's Badussy?
Shut up, nigga.
For the Christians out there, because all I do is read my Bible.
My God.
Look, like y'all know already, and y'all gonna let that now. Maybe they were nose blind to it. They've been in there working all day, and they don't smell the stuff.
That's actually possible,
you know. But
nigga, so
that really grinds my gears. It really does. Like, yo, like for instance, classic example, summertime, and back in the day, you had to get on the bus. You on that bus, yo. Like, listen.
Oh, nigga,
it's summer. I remember. What was it? It wasn't Mother's Day. I think it was 4th of July. Me, Marlon, and my brother Lance. We on the bus. We going downtown to the harbor. It's this motherfucker. This bus crowded as shit. We managed to get seats. This motherfucker standing over top of Marlon. He got on one of them Miami Vice type joints.
Hold on. Eddie, you just died, yo.
He had a Miami Vice hoodie?
Oh, okay.
No, he had the Miami Vice hookup on, but with no t-shirt, just the motherfucking jacket right on it. And it's a baby over there that he playing with the baby doing the hopping up down. He hopping up down. He got his arm up on the thing right there. His arms. I'll put you like this.
Yo!
He was armed. Nigga, he was armed, yo. And every time he bounced up like that, it was almost like a green cloud just coming.
Yo.
And yo, Marlon finally
wafting.
Radiating. Yo, Marlon finally couldn't take it. Yo, he was like, my nigga. Seriously?
Yo.
The kid bouncing up and down is cute. You bouncing up and down, got everything fucked up in here.
Yo,
I just bust out laughing. I was waiting for the nigga to buck, because if you buck, you know what's about to happen.
I mean, sure.
Oh, you guys are going to play patty cake and piece it up. Huh?
Yes, that's exactly what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But he was kind of, he was a little tipsy. Plus, he was a little tipsy, right? So I was like, all right, you know, like he ain't buck, he ain't buck, because Marlon was a mean motherfucker back then, yo. Marlon was like, my nigga, my nigga.
Hey, yo, my man's your own personal ass, my nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
Like, my nigga, on everything. Them shits is not right.
Hey, your armpit smell like the harbor. You gotta do something about that.
So we aired that shit out.
No, they aired it out.
No.
Hey, yo, where the Febreze at?
No, we absolutely.
We need the airwicks.
It was untenable.
It was untenable in his bed,
bro. So we finally get the system up and running, and then like 10 minutes in, the shit shut down. I'm like, yo, come on. A couple other slight annoyances happening, but all in all, it was a great night. Yo,
what's that shit? Hey, yo, your speed stick running slow, my nigga.
Yo, you want to know what scuffs my Timbs?
What's that?
The fact that the White House press secretary had to say to you dumb motherfuckers that no aliens were involved in the recent UFO sightings.
Oh.
This is why I don't like it here. This is why we fail.
Listen, as much as an annoyance as that is their fault.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
For years they hid shit, and then maybe was it last year before last, they decided to release all this shit with pilots saying we don't know what that was.
Right.
So it's annoying, but it's kind of their fault. She got to ride.
But also, words mean things.
Yeah, they do.
Unidentified.
Yeah.
Does not mean
aliens.
Does not mean alien.
It means we don't know what it is.
100%.
Right.
100%.
It's literally one of the most logical and intelligent things you can do. Is admit you don't know.
Don't know what it is. And especially when they describe something that has strings on it. This is what I'm gonna tell y'all.
I hate
this. Might be a hot take, but you're not gonna come across a light years of space with tassels on your ship. Right?
Yeah, fam.
Like it's not gonna, you know what I'm saying?
It's not gonna survive. Like
it's not.
My whole thing is like when I used to hear UFO and all that shit, I didn't know what the initialism meant.
Right.
So I'm like, oh yeah, if it's UFO, it's aliens.
Well, most people. You're not.
No, but I'm just saying because I was a child. I didn't know how initialisms worked. I was just like, oh, UFO means aliens. I didn't know there was words behind those letters.
Plus, the reason why I say I'm not gonna blame you completely is because that's literally how pop culture has been.
Yeah, you were indoctrinated.
Right. Movies, all of that.
But check this out. As I got older, and I learned how acronyms and initialisms worked, I was like, unidentified. Oh, clearly, that means they don't know what it means.
It means they don't know what the fuck it
object.
is. Right.
Okay, that is what it is. It's in the air and there's an object in there. All right.
We cannot identify.
But the key word is
UFOs every day.
Identified part. So they just don't know what it is yet.
They didn't say what it was,
right?
Because they didn't know what it was.
So I started putting two together. Oh, so it doesn't mean that it was aliens. It could have been, but it doesn't.
But now they've kind of try to change the word because the UFO acronym has such a connotation to it.
Yeah,
was they trying to change the word? What acronym now? I think it's UAP, some shit like that. Aerial, something. Unidentified aerial, something.
Well, I don't want to be that guy, but it's initials.
We need fixed. We need fixed.
Yeah.
No, but so missing the initials.
It's an acronym too.
It's not an acronym. Scuba is an acronym.
And what scuba mean?
I have no fucking idea.
So you said that each one of those words,
subcutaneous underwater.
Yeah, because like the
you said
acronym
each
is
one
like
of those, each one of those letters.
you can say it like a word, but initialism is like UFO, or like CIA. You know what I'm saying?
You know those are words too, right? Central Intelligence Agency.
No, what I'm saying, the difference is you don't, when you say scuba, you don't say SCUBA. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's what makes it an acronym. What makes it initialism, you just say the initials because it's the first letter of the word. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
that's it.
I'm still not sure.
I mean, better me than somebody else, though.
That's much true. That's it. Discord, unknown aerial phenomena.
Yeah,
and Discord also hit us up with the self.
I think that's worse.
Underwater breathing apparatus.
I think that's worse.
What you mean?
UAP, because it uses the word phenomena. Like,
like it's out of this world type shit. Like,
bro, I mean, that's absolutely worse.
Yeah, because then it's gonna make people, oh, since it's a phenomenon, then it gotta be aliens.
Right.
It might be worse. That might be
worse. I don't. Anyway, so Super Bowl halftime show shenanigans. So I was going to do it in one particular order, but since we want to, we want to sit with one of them a little longer than the other. I'll do the lesser one first.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow Usher came up.
Who?
Usher. Oh. So let me go to my tweedly. Oh, my bad. So
oh shit.
Someone says,
yo,
what did you do?
Hold that thought. No, I have to get something. All right, listen, hold on.
Something's falling and it can't get up. Where the hell is it? I don't find it now. Oh, here it is. God damn it, I found it. I find it when Tim leaves. All right.
Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
What'd it be like?
I'm sending something in the chat because I don't want people to think I was trolling. So, yeah.
Nobody thinks you're trolling.
Oh no, because I know
I understood you are, but I also understood what you were saying.
No, but I wasn't trying to be ass. It's just
I know you can't help it. I know
we constantly try to make each other better. So I was just
yes, no, you were absolutely correct.
Because somebody else might be like, oh, you know the difference, like yeah, but you ain't gotta be different.
I think it's I think I know that there's a difference. I think that it's dumb.
No, I do. Me too. It's just
only because it happens to be that the vowel was in a particular place. Like the shit wasn't a word before you made it a word. All right, so scuba, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's only a word because they made it a word. Like scuba.
Yeah, because you got scuba Garrett.
The U being there and the A being there is happenstance.
Yeah,
that's
but
the only reason it's not
even with CIA the same thing though. Like
that's why I'm saying. That's why it's not. That's why it's not an initial.
Okay, I got you. So if it was just SB, SCB,
right,
right.
If it was,
yeah.
You
know how cats be trying to push stuff off ledges?
I knew it. Didn't I say something was falling? I said something was falling. All right. So apparently I didn't see the first tweet. I don't know where the fuck it is. Somebody, because oftentimes when you run across a tweet, it's either a quote tweet or a response to another tweet that you can look. There's sometimes people see shit, and I don't know if they don't want to interact with the person or not. But
that part is cool.
New tweet that has nothing, that's not connected in any way, but it's about that original tweet. Anyway, so this young lady says, "Y'all disrespect Usher." I'm assuming that the thing she's responding to is people saying they would like to see Usher do a halftime show, and then other people saying that he would not be able to do said halftime show. So she says, "Y'all disrespect Usher so much, like that ain't Beyonce's only pair in this music shit. That's debatable. It's so fucking insane to me. Debatable. He is just as much as a performer as she is, and way better than J-Lo. Right. Y'all want to believe he couldn't do a Super Bowl with his discography." Someone responded And this is the dumbass. He says, I agree, but I don't think he has enough pop hits to entertain for the Super Bowl.
Jesus.
Majority of his biggest records are R&B with an exclamation point. But performance and entertainment, he can hang with anyway. No, shut up. Look, don't nobody lead. What? Here are some of the set lists from some of the past Super Bowl halftime performances. We're in the year 2023, so let's start with the year 2023. Rihanna. These are the songs that she performed, and these are their peak number on the Billboard Hot 100, which is what we use here to determine how big, quote unquote, a record is. Right. Bitch Better Have My Money, number 15. Second song, I've Been Everywhere, has not charted. Where Have You Been? Charted number 5. Peaked at number 5. Only Girl, number 1. We Found Love, number 1. Rude Boy, 1. Work, 1. Wild Thoughts, 2. Birthday Cake, peaked at 24. Pour It Up, peaked at 19. All of the Lights, peaked at 18. Run This Town, 2. Umbrella, 1. Diamonds, 1. Last year, Dr. Dre and them.
And them.
And Dr. Dre and them and them.
That was funny.
Right.
That was funny.
So Dr. Dre, last year. Next episode, Snoop Dogg, peaked at number 23. California Love, peaked at number 1. In the Club, peaked at number 1. Family Affair, peaked at number 1. No More Drama, peaked at number 2. Mad City, Kendrick Lamar, peaked at 75. All Right, Kendrick Lamar, peaked at 81. Forgot About Dre, peaked at 25. Lose Yourself, number 1. I Ain't Mad At You. I Ain't Mad At You didn't chart. Still DRE, peaked at number 23. I can't remember what year this was, but The Weeknd, I think it was the year before Dre. The Weeknd, songs he did. Starboy, peaked at number 1. The Hills, peaked at number 1. Can't Feel My Face, peaked at number 1. I Feel It Coming, peaked at number 10.
Phrasing.
I knew it. That's why I hesitated.
Don't.
I couldn't help it.
Just get the money shot, my guy.
Phrasing.
Purposely.
Save Your Tears, peaked at number 1. Earned It, peaked at number 8. House of Balloons, Glass Table Girls didn't chart. Blinding Lights, peaked at number 1. Now, here are some Usher songs. These are just his songs that peaked at number 3, number 2, or number 1. I didn't go anywhere below number 3. You Make Me Wanna, Nice and Slow, My Way, You Remind Me, You Got It Bad, You Don't Have to Call, Yeah, Burn, Confessions Part 2, My Boo. I'm already at 10.
Yeah.
Love in This Club, Oh My God, Lovers and Friends. That's just his 1s, 2s, and 3s. It's only a 13 to 15 minute performance.
Bro, for anybody to say that Usher doesn't have the hits to be
I just don't
know. First off, let's get his name right. Usher.
Okay.
For Usher.
Usher.
Listen. His name's acronym. Listen. Listen. I can't trust anything else that person says
in life.
It's raining. Go check.
Nope.
Because this motherfucker like just said
he done bumped his goddamn head. Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you?
Yeah, that's the question. That's the question.
All right, so back to Rihanna. People talk about people being too sensitive these days, right? And sad to say, some of you are right. You can go too far with allyship. You can go too far with quote unquote wokeness. The thing is, though, and why I put wokeness in quotes, is that it's for things that aren't true.
Right.
For instance, Rihanna did the halftime show. During the show, she did a pregnancy reveal. Now, I don't know how many fucking tweets I saw from people saying shit like, oh, we shouldn't speculate about women's bodies. Okay, Shirley Schism. Yes, in general, it is gross and insulting to speculate on a woman's body. But this was a fucking pregnancy reveal on national television.
Yeah.
Please shut the fuck up forever.
Yeah.
There are actual issues going on. This is nothing but empty virtue signaling. Stop shaming people for your ignorance.
Yeah.
No.
Of course you are. I don't expect anything less from you.
First off, don't play with me. You know
I like, bro, what is going? What? Why?
You know, this type of shit I be talking about. This type of shit right here is what I'll be talking about all the time. Where don't have me defending people I don't like.
Bruh,
please don't have me defending.
I'm just mad that James asked why, and it's like, do you know who we're dealing with or what we're dealing with? Humans.
It's a rhetorical question, Eddie.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, Rihanna apparently. First of all, I saw all these people running around talking about worst performance. Now, I'm
nigga.
Full transparency. I don't watch the Super Bowl. I haven't watched the Super Bowl in years. I don't care. As far as for the commercials, we got YouTube now. I can just wait for them to drop.
Commercials with ass.
Yeah, so none of that really matters to me anymore. So I didn't see it, but I gotta think.
Let me read this post.
Mm-hmm.
A pregnant woman performed 12 hits in 13 minutes while suspended 150 feet in the air. And y'all thought it wasn't good enough.
Yeah,
she did an amazing job, I thought. Yes, it wasn't as flashy or have any guest stars like some past years, but when it comes to talent, you don't need all the flash and guest stars.
She was pregnant.
Yeah.
She was pregnant.
What are we talking? She was literally on 100+ foot platforms in the air. Not the thing was connected to the ground and it happened to be 150 feet. No, suspended in the air, moving around. She's pregnant. What are you?
She's pregnant.
Here's the thing. She could have not been pregnant.
Shut up. Here's the thing. Y'all can absolutely not have been a fan
entertained
of the performance.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But to complain about the performance,
it's
what are we talking about?
To say she just didn't do all she could do. She's fucking
she's fucking pregnant.
But you know what I saw
she's literally with child.
A lot of them criticisms I saw from dudes.
Oh, well, hold up.
I'm sure it was women because just like
I
saying,
really see no dudes. Most of what I saw on the
it was tweet, women for me.
It was women.
I saw
it was mad women. It was women
on my timeline.
Women talking
on
about
Facebook.
that I've never seen. I
don't be on Facebook.
I saw dudes
make a liquor song performance. None of that. I'm like,
well, all right, I hate that. That's a stupid ass.
No, I'm just saying.
Not you. That's a stupid ass argument. That's the argument that you've never done something so you can't judge it is species.
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just
you literally just said that ain't never like that. That's irrelevant. That don't got nothing to do with it. It's just the fact that you're wrong. Like you're fucking wrong. I don't care. You could be.
It does depend.
But that's why they're wrong though.
It does.
No, of course it depends.
Because if you have no experience, you don't know how it's supposed to go. If you never have no reference,
exactly
you don't know how it was supposed to go. So it is.
But anything that is made for consumption of humans,
you can
judge because you consume it.
Yeah, I know that's fair.
So if fucking Michael Jackson says something, he could still be wrong,
right?
Because
it's not here's the thing. The most I think somebody like it depends on what your comment is. If your comment is on, I didn't like that. I don't think that sounds good.
That's fine.
That. If you're saying he didn't do it right.
That's what I'm saying. It's the whole technical aspect of it. Of people who've never done it that bothers me. Like,
maybe that's how you do it. You just don't like it. Maybe that's how you do it. You just didn't like it. You know
Goldberg old ass was on that shit. Yeah. Oh, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
And blah. I'm like, what the fuck? Shut up.
I mean, first of all, I don't want to hear from you. That's not about that. But apparently, Rihanna is the topic of discussion this week for whatever reason.
I remember they was giving her smoke because of her work song and saying that she wasn't speaking real English and shit. I was like, yeah, she was speaking her native tongue. She's from Barbados. Like, if you know anything about her, like she's just representing for her peoples.
I really need people to
just nitpicking for nothing.
Just shut up.
All right, hold on.
The fuck up.
Then there was this from the Twitter page Black Millionaires.
That sound like Passport Bros. Go ahead.
Bruh. Rihanna got paid $0 to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show by the NFL, but did it for exposure for her brand. Over 28.5 million people watched her Super Bowl halftime show. Think about this next time you think you're too big to work for exposure. All right, hold up.
No, we're not doing that.
This is what happens.
Not doing that.
This is what happens when you try to spit game.
Yes,
but clearly you got benched in practice.
Yeah.
Number one, the Super Bowl halftime show averages around 100 million live TV views and another 70 million on YouTube. Whatever people you are trying to shame into working for free aren't getting this type of return for anything that they are complaining about. Number two, the people who are chosen for this show are already well-established acts for whom the exposure is usually a reminder of how subjectively awesome they are.
They're not getting somebody up there that's not known.
The grand scheme of their career can't be described as on the come up or starving.
And
artists.
this will not. They don't get this. Will not define them.
Yeah, she's already good.
Number three, wait, that's a great point, Addy. Number three, since you decided to focus on Rihanna, that woman's a fucking billionaire.
Yeah.
With a B.
Bro.
If it wasn't the Super Bowl, she can afford to do something for exposure. She's a billionaire. Yeah. With a baby daddy, I don't know if they married or not. With a baby daddy, that is a millionaire.
Yeah, she's not like out there doing that shit to get an A&R.
We're gonna get into
that's the very next thing. Oh yeah,
we're gonna get into that part too. Let me tell you something, man. Like all you janky promoters that don't want to include in your budget some money for the performers that are going up there, but you got money for drinks, you got money for the venue, you got money for all of, but you don't got money for this.
Yeah,
fuck off. Trying to use that as a one-to-one with what you're offering. As somebody that has been an independent artist and had to perform out there in what you could refer to as the hip-hop chitlin circuit. All right. All you see out there is janky ass promoters.
Yeah.
All you see out there is motherfuckers lying to the artists. Yeah. Selling them dreams. Oh, there might be an AR.
No, what they do, not only that, they be like, sell our tickets for us so you can get people in the building. No, first off, buy the tickets, then sell them.
Yes, it's exposure.
I'm not doing that.
You can kiss me all up brown.
Seriously.
We not doing that. Don't try to compare a fucking Super Bowl performance and with the artist benefits from that to what an up-and-coming artist would benefit from your lousy-ass venue that holds 30 people.
Yo, that's wild. Like that comparison is wild as fuck.
Internet, right?
Wow.
It's irresponsible, my nigga.
Yo, if you just pay attention to the internet every year, the week or so after the Super Bowl, if you just pay attention, you'll see X artists' streams have gone up 500%.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
That's just the streams, mind you. Not if it's the case like last year. Mary put out an album right around the time of the Super Bowl because you can't get better exposure than this.
Exactly.
This is actually tangible exposure.
Right.
This isn't some, you got a following of 1 million people total. That doesn't mean that are actively engaged with you. You just happen to have 1 million people, and you try. You come perform your heart out for some exposure to these people. Fuck you,
yo. I had a motherfucker tell me one time, I'm doing you a fucking favor.
That's fast.
I was already me.
Right.
I was about to perform in front of tens of thousands of people. I was already me. Right. I'm doing you a favor. Had a motherfucker tell me, a motherfucker who, for whatever reason, got any information they know about how to operate in the music industry space from a book that's 25 years old.
Yeah.
Try to tell me, who doing you a favor, I need to come down there and audition for your janky ass fucking show that's only going to have at most 50 people in there. At most. And I'm being generous.
First off, you've been out here. Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, with me. Stop playing with this man. He's been out here. It's like, don't do that.
Stop playing with me. First of all, what your dumb ass don't know is that venue you have You know how many times I performed at that fucking venue on the come up, nigga?
Niggas wild every day, bitch.
You manage.
Amen. Every fucking day.
You manage a group of people where only one motherfucker is talented, and you can't even see that. Don't tell me. Expose what that gonna do for? I'm doing this for you because the one motherfucker that's talented.
You're doing that for him. The one motherfucker that's talented.
One motherfucker that's talented. I'm doing that. That's my man's. So he's involved with this. So I'm gonna do. Audition, man. Get the fuck out my face.
Hey yo. You should have told that nigga Google me.
Nigga, he already knew because he know my man.
Well then no. Tell him Google me, and then. You know what I'm saying? Refresh his fucking memory about who the fuck you are, my nigga. Fuck out of here.
My name had already been on the CNN website.
And not just because of the other nigga though. Like,
fuck out of my face with that bullshit.
Thanks.
That's just like a level of disrespect that.
Yo.
But
you know what though? There are times when motherfuckers do shit like that, and there's never any real get back that you can identify.
Mm-hmm.
With this case, there was. Because I found out what happened at the show, and I felt like, that was supposed to happen. That was supposed to happen. What is you playing with?
And then, of course, you have the He-Man women haters.
Oh, can
saw a picture of a magazine cover?
I got you covered because
pull that up.
I got you covered because I had it set up in the first place. So we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it.
You got the other one?
This the only one
with the annotation. You got the one with the annotations on it?
No. I got this from off the Vogue thing. Like I didn't have the annotation thing on there where the motherfuckers tried to make it seem like. Can we let me? I got it. First of all, chat. We love y'all. Many of y'all come here every Saturday morning, listen to us talk about our week, some current events. And what have you? We laugh, we cry, we get mad, we laugh again. This is a good time, right?
I don't never get mad.
Many of you purchased our music with a comic book and have been in the community with us for years. And for that, I say salute. But right now, we're gonna need you to move a couple of steps over to the left.
Yeah, we're not talking about you.
Because I'm not targeting you, and I would hate for any of you to catch a stray.
Because them shit's hurt.
You know why I hate these motherfuckers? Should I tell you?
I think they need to know.
I think so too. Because far too often they make me have to defend people I can't fucking stand.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate it. So I hate them for making me do it.
Sure.
Some of y'all need counseling. You do. You do. Because whatever happened during your childhood days must have been traumatic as fuck.
I'm triggered.
And you're displaying that trauma all over Martha Stewart's internet. And it's ugly.
First off, Beyonce's internet.
Hold up. You're displaying all this trauma all over Rihanna's internet. Right. And it's ugly. It's ugly. It's like all of you are doing this stand-up routine from the 50s, talking about, I just flew in from Insecureville, and boy, my arm's tired.
Hey, you know what's so funny about that shit? They'll be the same people will be like, oh, you know, there's more important things to talk about.
Right.
Like, shut up.
So let's take this picture right here of ASAP Rocky, a motherfucker I don't like. He said some goofy shit a while ago that had me looking at him crazy.
Yes, he did.
Right? But he's holding his child while walking behind one of the most sought after women on the planet.
Billionaire with a B.
With a B. Now, when I put my eyes on it, first I was like, he don't deserve that. Because I don't like the motherfucker, right? But then my second thought was, well, at least this man is playing his position. Like he's doing his part to make sure he decreases the odds of another crop of kids broken into because their father said, man, fuck them kids.
Thanks.
But when some of y'all got y'all eyes on this pic, you somehow saw a gay, emasculated black male who has somehow gotten himself into a predicament.
I was going to say, I like the fact that she's leading the shit.
Nigga,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what does that say about people who see this picture and think that? Why? Because my man dressed like Jodeci? Listen,
hold on. First off, niggas been dressing weird for years.
Right.
So, like,
the whole ASAP crew, the whole ASAP mob, they've been on that shit.
He's dressed like Jodeci, an R&B singer for real.
That's
I just don't understand why the fuck he's wearing leather on the beach. But hey, yo, do what you do.
Listen,
dog.
do you?
Hold on.
No,
I get it, but still,
look who's standing in front of him.
Exactly.
Right. I'm gonna wear leather too. What do you mean? Yo, the people that are making this critique or trying to come at him crazy.
Wait. Before you keep going in, we got to dice this up with little bits of levity. So. One of the things on that the annotated one was commenting on his posture. Let me holler at you. Let me holler at you real quick. Wait. Let me holler at you real quick.
Get him.
ASAP is taller than Rihanna.
Right.
In order for her arm to be comfortable,
say it again.
He has to
say it again.
Crouch.
Say it, yo.
There's no way that she would be able to do this pose if he was standing up straight. Because her arm would be like this.
Yes. Yo, I hate y'all. I 100% hate y'all.
There's really
trying to make this
niggas
out
make
to be
these type
something
of
that's not.
Say again?
There's really. I'm just saying. Y'all seen people make these.
Yes,
nigga. Hold up.
The only thing, my only issue is why you wear leather at the beach. But like Toom said, because Rihanna's at the forefront. Man, I'm wearing whatever the fuck they want me to wear.
This is her. This is her.
Yeah.
Yo, some of you lonely. I get it. What happened was you was in school as a kid and you had these little papers with the check boxes. Do you like me? Yes or no? And me and SBJ was talking about this before.
Didn't you send me the picture?
I
can't find it.
Yeah, I think I did. I did.
Know. I don't see it.
But I get what's happening. You lonely ass niggas was mad because your crush in school, when you gave her the paper that said, "Do you like me?" Check yes or no. She put an extra option on there and said, "Hell no, get the fuck out of here." And that shit scarred you. This is how villains are made. So now you see some shit like this and you think this is suspect.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you, but Toon gonna make a song about that. This is how villains are made.
That's already a song, B.
Okay.
That's already a song. But no, this is suspect to you. But what's not suspect is how y'all be simping over these misogynist ass motherfuckers in the manosphere. This is suspect. A man holding his child with his woman out. This is suspect to y'all.
No, but to them,
like, so broken.
But they agree with that shit. So of course they don't see what they saying as suspect.
Yo, they're broken.
They see any man that has a woman leading in any type of position as suspect. Wearing anything that the manosphere men don't wear or don't do is suspect.
Can we keep it real? Who's the bigger? Come on, we not doing this, y'all. We not doing.
Yo, there are a hand. I'm about to be stereotypical as fuck, but fuck it. See, Cindy, my point. I'm glad you. I'm so glad you. That's perfect timing. That is perfect timing. There is maybe, and I have no idea who it is in my head. I'm just doing my whole standard deviation thing.
Yes.
There's maybe 3 people in the world who it would stereotypically make sense for Rihanna to be with, where she wouldn't be the A side,
where she wouldn't be where the focus of this camera is going to be. And by the way, this is Vogue, man. Yo,
here's the thing. Wait, the other thing about this, no matter how we feel about it, these 2 adults on this fashion magazine are fashion icons.
Yes, they are.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them. Yes.
So again,
I'm trying to. Yo, it's like y'all. So the hurt is dripping off, y'all. The hurt is dripping off, y'all. And I don't know who hurt you. Was it mommy? Was it daddy?
It was you.
I'm hurting them now, but I'm saying I wasn't there when they was kids. I'm putting foot on them now, putting foot right on their necks right now, because this is the stupidest shit. The shit that they always claim needs to happen is happening right here. This man is with the child that he brought into the world and that mother. That child is not going to want for a motherfucking thing.
You all the things that they say black men don't do as fathers, and he's doing that. Like, shut up.
And this is suspect to you, but when I saw y'all slobbing the knob of Kevin Samuels all them fucking months, bruh,
it was going hard too.
And you know, I ain't even gonna say phrasing because they was. Yeah.
They were though. Like,
they were though.
Shit.
That's not suspect. That's not suspect. But this, you motherfuckers wish y'all could pull something like that. That something like that would look at you and go, I see value in that. I see value in it. You fucking wish. I know some of the same motherfuckers that was making these bullshit ass think pieces about this picture and trying to call this man something that he's obviously not, that his picture don't even represent. I know some of y'all ain't seen y'all kids in months. Hey, bitch ass nigga.
No, keep going off.
You ain't seen or heard from your kids.
Stop hurting
their birthday. Their birthday comes around. You ducking phone calls and text messages. Oh, damn, I ain't see it. Y'all got something to say about this? I can't stand you motherfuckers.
I mean, to be fair, maybe the phone was off.
The phone probably was off because they ain't got the bread to keep it on. Guess who phone never off? ASAP Rockies.
Yeah. That nigga got that good wireless.
That motherfucker get signal on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
They got money for it. It's lit for them.
That nigga be on the plane got it.
How can you see this as anything but magnificent? You fucking humps. That's an embarrassment. You should be embarrassed. Your name, you should forever have a scarlet letter put on you. All right. Everywhere you go, kids should throw like dumplings at you.
You know they've done so many updates to StreamYard, like the whole sharing thing. Well, you've seen it because you just did it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. You can share tabs and shit now.
It's
chef's kiss.
Look at there it is. There it is.
Because Eddie, you ain't see this.
Yo, Napop said, I'm like Trey when it comes to the planet. Yo, Doe, let me out. let me out.
Damn, like we can't do anything no more.
So for the people without benefit of visuals, I'll read all of the annotations that are on this cover.
This is
so for Rocky, it says soft face.
Oh my goodness.
Slouching, submissive, nurturing, feminine man. He is the follower. Cock shame. For the baby, it says happy face. So they got one thing right.
These
for Rihanna, it says hard face. Shoulders back, chest out, strong, dominant, masculine woman.
She
is the leader.
That's masculine. Y'all, that's masculine. These niggas is broken.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm
not gonna hold you. Rihanna, I want to say, started getting hot when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact, though.
I have never.
And no rock means ever.
Looked at Robin Fenty and thought, that's a masculine person.
Bro.
No. Not once.
Bro.
Never.
Not a single time.
Bro.
Never.
No.
And that's before she even started getting thick.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Nigga, what?
Bro.
Because I'm pretty sure she's our age.
Some of you motherfuckers are suspect. You want to know what's suspect? Somebody doing this picture. That's suspect.
Bro.
That's suspect. That's sus as
there's
fuck.
a lot of insecurity in
bro.
presentations. Because like I said before, I don't see it like that.
No,
that's because it's not like it. Because you say it for what it is.
Yeah,
you say it for what it is.
And plus I know who these two people are. So this picture just makes sense. It makes sense to me that it would be like that.
I don't understand. Like y'all motherfuckers, this is your life. This is your life. This is what you spend your life thinking about right here.
You know the funniest part about this? Well, one of the fun, because it's a cornucopia.
Yeah, it's a cornucopia.
But one of the other funny things about this is that for some strange reason, everybody's ignoring this picture.
Yeah.
I ain't seen this picture till just now.
Yeah.
Isn't that just a man loving his woman?
Right. Yo, can we just
like what's wrong?
Right.
Yo, like, but you know what it is? You know what it is?
Something's wrong with y'all.
No, you know what it is?
Seriously.
It's them too, but it's ingrained in hip hop.
Whoa.
I'm about to be able to delete.
Whoa. No, not you.
Oh.
Discord. No.
I don't think he looks submissive at all.
Yeah, I don't think he looks submissive in any way, shape, or form. Like, I'm not
he's
sure
nurturing
what you mean by that. Right.
Yeah.
Like he's simultaneously holding his child and he's holding his I don't know if they're married or not. But
I don't know if they're married or not.
I've seen dudes do that in the fucking store at the grocery store.
Like, I don't understand.
Like, they'll hold their child while the woman's pushing the cart if the child's not sitting in the grocery the cart seat or whatever. And like, I don't see what the issue is.
My thing is,
let's not conflate supportive with submissive and dominant with strong.
Right.
Let's separate that, Discord, because
and again, maybe because I'm a father.
Nigga, I ain't.
But my whole thing when I see this, that's what dad's supposed to. I don't know what the fuck wrong with y'all.
The first time I saw the picture, I was like, oh, that's dope. And kept scrolling.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Because I don't give a fuck about Vogue
magazine. I fear for the children y'all bring here.
It ain't even about Vogue magazine. I don't give a fuck that.
It's ain't about the magazine.
With his...
I fear for the children you bring here. Your children are going to be emotionally stunted fucking with
Biddy has a good question. Obviously, not for us, it wouldn't apply, but for the other people, does it matter that this promo is for Rihanna's business? And if this was for his business, showing his family how it would look, that's a great point. But
I think that's probably one of the points here is that this is Rihanna. It literally has her name in it.
That's why she's in the front.
Regardless if it was for her business, regardless of what it was for, regardless if it was just, you're the Super Bowl. Like we were talking about earlier, the Super Bowl is such a platform that it can do things like this. Oh, you're doing the Super Bowl. You also, why are you rich?
Exactly.
You had a good music career, but you got rich because of these clothes.
Shit. Exactly.
All right, come be on our fashion magazine cover.
Right. It just makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. Bro.
So
it's one of these things where it's like, what we can't do is act as if just because he's the father, even when it comes to something where she's the focus, he has to be the focal point of the shot because he's the father. That's weird.
That's weird. Knowing when to play the background.
Yeah,
there's no reason for you to be up front, mind you.
Yeah, because it's not about him right now.
But it has her name on the fucking thing.
Here's the thing. For most of the population, it's not about him ever.
Yeah.
Again, there are only 3 people, and again, standard deviation in the world that would make sense for Rihanna to be with, stereotypically.
Right.
That would not have her being the A story.
Exactly.
And ASAP ain't one of them.
Right, because at the end of the day, we're just saying, when we think of ASAP, we thinking, Rihanna's boyfriend or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't never thought. And nobody ever thought that ASAP was a bigger star than Rihanna. Nobody at no time ever thought that.
Yeah,
why would you think that would be
when he first dropped? After now it's just like, that's her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like,
here's the thing too. Had this been about him and he wanted to have his family on the same way like she did, because it's about him,
right?
He would have been the predominant.
Hold on. Let's do a thought experiment real quick.
I don't like thinking.
Shut up. I I feel like had this been about him, he probably still would have been holding the baby.
No, he was still holding the baby, 100%, 100%. But in the picture,
but he
because it's promoting this thing, he would have been up front.
Yeah.
So unless we're saying that at no time, even if it's the woman's business that's being promoted or her brand that's being promoted, at no time can she be in front.
But that's the point that I'm making. I think that's another microcosm of how society has fucked us up. Because if she's in the front, because she's in the front, the society has programmed us to think what ASAP is doing is helpful to her by holding the baby.
Yeah.
But if he was in the front, society would program us to think, oh, look at that strong man.
Yes. Yes.
And his posture would have been different and everything. So,
of course, because again, he would have been in the front.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's taller. He would have had no reason to crouch down. Yeah, he happens to be taller than her.
Right.
That's where the double standard comes from. It's stupid.
Absolutely.
It makes no fucking sense.
It's so fucking dumb. It's like Cindy said, he would have been up front, and she likely would have been by his side.
That's another thing. She
holding his hand.
Would not have been behind her.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
She probably would not have been behind him.
But behind, beside, front, the dynamic that these motherfuckers are trying to project onto this picture, onto this couple, is part of a larger grievance that they have about society in general. And they believe that Black men are being emasculated.
Yeah,
they're being feminized. This is less about them and more about them.
Yeah, because I don't think that the photographer had that in mind. He was like, "Yo, this will be a dope shoot." You know what I'm saying? This picture will look good.
The photographer may have been trying to be subversive.
Maybe, but we
have been trying to get a response.
I can't prove that. You know what I'm saying?
Response. Exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Exactly.
But I'm not like I'm gonna use Occam's razor on this. It's just like, yo, it's a photo that looks good. It speaks to Rihanna for all she's accomplished and what she's done.
I don't think Occam's razor applies. We were just talking about the technical things. But
I'm just saying that's a simpler solution.
The simpler solution
is not a simpler.
It was a cool picture.
It's not the simpler solution. I said simpler. It's not the simpler solution because Tim, you're a photographer.
Mm-hmm.
The simple solution is that the photographer had a vision. That's 100%. The simple solution.
Okay, trying to apply intent without having a discussion.
That's what I was saying
with the photo.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. But listen. We're both doing that. We literally would be both doing that.
No, but he's saying he doesn't know.
That's different
than saying.
What I'm saying is
it's one or the other.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's not simply Occam's razor because again, the answer is you don't know. The answer isn't, oh, it just made a better picture. That's not the answer. That's the conclusion that he came to.
But the conclusion he's coming to is because that's what a photographer tries to do, make a good picture.
Right.
Yes, but a photographer for a fashion magazine also has a vision in mind.
Yes, but we're talking.
That could have been
this is the disconnect. He has a vision in mind. I am not privy to that vision. I don't know him. I've never talked to him. I didn't see an interview where he talked about this. So what Addie's saying is, I don't know. But what I do know is he was trying to make a dope picture. I do know that.
Yeah. And it worked. I don't think he was like the way the whole annotation was.
I'm glad you started your sentence.
I don't think that he was.
That's why I keep saying that. Because Addie keeps starting the statement with "I don't think."
I mean that's fair.
But he's applying that to the intent of the photographer.
Not that we're both talking about the intent,
not the people.
But Addie keeps saying "I don't think,"
right,
which applies his bias to the situation.
Right.
But we were just talking earlier about the technical things. No, I don't know. It's fine.
Well, then let me say,
we were just talking earlier about
the
finer things of technicalities of people who do the thing that we're talking about.
Right.
That's the only reason I said that.
Then let me amend my statement. I don't know if that's what the photographer was going for.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I'm not in his head.
Right. But you do know that a photographer is not trying to make a shitty picture.
No.
Yeah,
that's what you know. Not if he's trying to keep his job.
If he's trying to keep his job.
All those annotations and shit that you show from the earlier picture, I don't know if that was his intent. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
I thought I'm thinking, oh, he thinks this is a dope flick.
Well, but here's the thing about
Let
those
me use that.
annotations. Like I said, I literally broke down and debunked one of them.
Right.
The whole slouching thing.
That's
right.
It's not slouching, he's crouching.
Right.
Yeah, so for the hands.
Physically, physically.
Because he's
you use forensics to do that. Seriously, you use forensics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Physically, it would not have made sense for him.
Some Batman shit with that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm rolling. At the end of the day, I'm rolling with the picture because it looks.
Yeah, these people.
I think it's a good look for like
people are wild,
especially for us when it comes to black people. Not modernizing, but like making like black families are together and doing things that are right. Or
there are black families that are
doing things right,
raising kids together.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. I like to see that. And
they didn't want to see that though. See, these people that are making these critiques can only see it one way. For instance, I get a classic example. I guarantee if you did a Venn diagram of those that are upset that he was in the back holding the baby, and those who think a man should make more money than a woman. Bruh. I guarantee you there's some overlap there.
Hold on. McKenna just killed it. She says it just makes sense from a photography standpoint how it's framed.
Right.
If it was a cover for him, she wouldn't be behind him because of the size difference.
No
matter what the message was in her photo, because she's shorter, if they were next to each other, your eye would probably be drawn to him unless there was clever angling. Period.
Facts.
Correct. Which again, he is compensating for by
slouching.
Yeah.
Correct me. She said, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember right, the old photography. Yeah.
Right.
Like, that's it's if you take a second hit, because here's the issue of Occam's razor.
Right.
Common sense is not common.
Facts.
So these motherfuckers that are making these annotations, this is their Occam's razor. He's a cock. What was the word?
Cockchain.
Cockchain. Yeah. I'm like,
but I think just because they define it, just because they define that as Occam's razor, doesn't mean that's what.
No, it's not factual.
And I'm not trying to do the whole true Scotsman shit with Occam's razor. I'm just saying, the simplest explanation is usually what it is, and they're just taking it to the next level.
Simple is subjective.
I get that, but there's them. They're jumping out the window with it.
To them, it's easier for them to think that he's being emasculated.
But that's what I'm saying. We've heard that a lot in the black community when it comes to black men and all that. Like with these type of situations, I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that is their Occam's razor because that seems like the easiest solution because
they're wrong and they blame it on the woman. They need to take a razor and do this or this.
Yeah,
like that's what they need to do.
No, you did it wrong, Toon.
Straight down.
That's it.
Hey, listen, we're not condoning suicide or nothing.
I mean, I just feel like
they need to have the day that they deserve.
We can't allow the ignorant to be on the same level of definitions of terms.
Yeah, because they flip it to use it for their narratives, and it's been going on since 2000. Fucking
no.
Longer than that.
But I'm just saying, as far as the internet is concerned, and social media, like,
hold on, stop, pause. My cousin is 6 years older than me.
Right.
He is one of the most traditionally masculine men that these people would talk about.
Right.
His comment is the cover pic was dope.
And you know why he said that? Because this is not about anything this picture is doing wrong.
Correct.
It's about the broken. This type of male is broken. There's something wrong with something happened in his experience growing up, or whoever was teaching him, he was learning from, whatever. He's broken. So the reason why, look, I present as male. Every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see nothing wrong with this fucking picture.
No.
So it's something with them. Yeah. It's them. It's them.
No, 100% is them.
And this is why, like, it's one of the problems we have with the media. I see a lot of times too. Is what they'll do is they'll try to stand in the middle when there's clear facts. that lean toward the other side most of the number. And then they'll try to do this false equivalency with the ignorance and the facts.
Yeah.
The ignorance and the shit. Like no, they're not equivalent.
Yeah, they try to make
it's a toss-up, y'all. No, we have it's not a toss-up. No.
There's no reason to play the 50 on this.
He's wrong.
Yeah.
He's pretty wrong.
It reminds me of that.
It's demonstrably wrong.
Bill Guy, I forgot the other dude's name, but they had a debate and people were like, oh, well, they're both accredited in their fields and all that shit. So we should listen to both of them.
There's data though.
We should listen to both of them. But like what you said, so there's data though.
There's data. That's the difference. And again, with
data Trump's presenter.
Data Trump show.
Exactly.
Right. and again, with stuff like this, these people, they have issues that go far beyond. Like I guarantee you,
Paul makes
you're
a good
right,
point.
Paul.
He says, "I do see a problem with this picture. We don't see pictures like this.
It's like it's normalized. Bingo.
Yeah.
And that's why I like the picture.
Mic drop.
No.
Right.
So what did you talk about last pod? Nuclear family is in that.
Yes.
Right.
No, this is clearly what I was
This is what we've been talking
about.
Black
family. Yeah.
Right.
That's
all right. Hold up. We have to fuss about something else.
Mm-hmm.
Idris Elba addresses racism.
Oh yes.
No longer labels himself as a black actor.
Okay, I'm leaving real quick. But
Idris
Elba. Not from him disappoints me.
Yo, Idris Elba had a lot to say about racism in Hollywood and how he identifies with the label of black actor. Quote, I stopped describing myself as a black actor when I realized it put me in a box. If we spent half the time not talking about the differences but the similarities between us, the entire planet would have a shift in the way we deal with each other. Now, hold up. Before I finish reading this article, remember last week when I was talking about the lady at the Oscars with the natural body and the issue of arguing with people that are going to argue in bad faith semantics?
Yeah.
Huh. It's almost as if he's proving my point. Because if we spent half the time not talking about the differences, but the similarities between us, no, that wouldn't change anything. Because if you hate me because I'm black, me telling you that I put my pants on one leg at a time will do nothing.
Will do 100%.
Will do absolutely nothing. If you hate me because I'm black, me telling you that I have
I eat food like
ingest
you do.
food, right? It will do nothing. It will do absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
If you tell me that you hate me because I'm black, me telling you that I breathe oxygen is going to
piss you off. That's going to piss you off. That's going to piss you off.
Right. That's going to piss you off because you want me to stop doing that. I'll continue. He then described how such labels can cripple one's ambitions. Okay. Again, you're proving.
So there's a horse's head and there's the horse's ass. He's attacking this from the ass end and at the head end because you not saying that referring to yourself as a black actor is not going to cause the system to not see you as that. You're putting the onus all on the people who have to.
He then starts gaslighting. Actually, because before there was a little hint of gaslighting.
Right.
Now he actually starts gaslighting. He says, as humans, we are obsessed with race, and that obsession can really hinder people's aspirations, hinder people's growth. It's gaslighting like fuck. Okay, he continues. Racism should be a topic for discussion. Sure, racism is very real, but from my perspective, it is only as powerful as you allow it to be. Let me tell you this: the water pressure that comes out of an industrial water hose is strong enough to knock down a 270-pound man relatively easily. But according to Idris,
all you have to do is just let it.
If we just willed it,
we will it not to.
We willed it, it wouldn't knock me down.
Didn't you know that the redlining and shit was all because we just refused? If we'd have willed not to be redlined, if we'd have just willed to get the bank loan, if Tyree Nichols had just willed,
if he just in his head was like, I'm not gonna die today.
Yeah, not dying today.
Because race is a construct, which is true.
It is.
But
yes,
because of that, I'm not gonna die today. Yeah. If Philando Castile would have been like,
oh jeez,
I do have this gun.
It's not happening today.
But
it's just not happening today.
It'll be fine.
I'm willing the system not to do this.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. The cop will understand that I'm licensed and
you mean to tell me
can carry this.
It was over 200 years of slavery, and all we had to do was just
be like, hold on.
We just not.
This is wrong. We're not going to do this anymore.
What's that song? I ain't stressing today. I mean, I love the song, but bruh, reality still reality.
What are we talking like? Okay, he continues.
On the low, that's some very similar bullshit that Morgan Freeman said before too. But I'm gonna let you rock.
Yo, I was going to say that when I walked away. That's why I walked away.
Again, it's only as powerful as you allow it to be. We've got to grow. We've got to. Our skin is no more than that. It's just skin. Rant over.
Don't tell me that, motherfucker.
Hold on. It
ain't us to grow with it. You know what I'm saying?
It's just skin. It's no more than that. Person is the same person who lied and presented himself as if he was not from the UK so that he can get the role of Stringer Bell on The Wire, which is a predominantly black show about a predominantly black place, which is Baltimore, Maryland.
Right.
But no, it's just skin.
It's just skin,
but they saw that you were black. They saw your skin.
Yeah. They literally
that wasn't enough for them.
No.
You had to lie to them and tell them that you weren't from the UK in order to get the role.
Right.
Yeah. You had to convince them. You spent time in New York working on your accent so that you can be convincing to be a African American.
Yeah.
What are we?
Can I just say they love when niggas like you do shit like that?
Bruh.
I love it.
Did I just make that up?
They're like pigs rolling in slop. They love that shit.
Because if it was just skin, particularly since you fit the physical phenotype, if it was just skin, you would have got that role
easily.
Having to lie,
but you had an accent though,
right?
What's up, mate?
So you had to lie.
Yo, your ass. Your ass.
In it.
Your ass.
Shit.
When asked why he pursued career in entertainment, Elba told the outlet that he didn't choose to be an actor because of a lack of representation, but because he thought that's a great profession and I can do a good job at it. Now, here's the thing.
Don't you know
that's
that
he's
never thought about race a day in his life? It's never been a thing.
He's like that, and that's the issue that I have with the statement. The statement itself is fine, but in this context, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no way. If you're of a certain age, it is more likely today, but still not going to happen. But if you're of a certain age, there's relatively zero chance that you look at an industry that is in the public eye and it doesn't occur to you at all. I'm not saying you got to focus on it.
Yeah.
There's no way it doesn't occur to you at all.
Hollywood is different than most of those other industries because there's a history here to look at the type of roles they typically would put black males and black females in, right? Like that. So this idea that didn't cross his mind once that he's a black guy going into Hollywood, which is traditionally took our image, distorted it, wrung that shit out, rolled it around like Petey Pablo, and tossed that motherfucking shit in the trash. You can't tell me that you're a student of Hollywood, a student of filmmaking, and not understand the place that black people were in this industry. I find that hard to believe, yo.
That reminds me. That's another joke that I did enjoy from you people when Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character was like, "I love old Hollywood."
Yeah,
and they was like, "Oh, so you love the time in Hollywood where black actors couldn't do like?" Yeah, that was. It was dope.
He goes on to say, as you get up the ladder, you get asked what it's like to be the first black to do this or that. Well, it's the same as it would be if I were white. It's the first time for me. I don't want to be the first black. I'm the first Idris.
Yo, just be. Then stop fucking with us.
I'm not black.
Yeah.
I'm OJ.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Like, I feel like motherfuckers want to utilize all of the narratives that are positive when it comes to being a black actor in order to draw in a fan base. And then the moment they go beyond the black fan base, who was the first ones to recognize their talent and give them their flowers, and they start getting flowers by people outside of our community, that's when they're ready to turn their back. Yo, I just don't want. I don't think I should. But you enjoyed all of the facts. You enjoyed all the connections, the personal connections, cultural and community connections that we had with you when we see you. He like an uncle. He looked like he's my brother. He looked, yeah. You enjoyed all of that on the come up to get your name up. But this was the same issue that a lot of black media was having with a lot of black actors and singers and stuff. When they was just coming up, they took all the interviews anytime they was off it because they was trying to get on. And this community, this media thing, serviced a certain community because they were the ones mostly buying their shit and reading their shit. And then as soon as they started getting recognized by the larger society at large, now when they on these red carpets, the same black media that they used to, oh yeah, I can't wait to get this interview from them. They walk right past them and go to somebody else.
I'm gonna tell you this though. Once it gets to the point where they have to be black, and they realize, oh, I'm black, because they get treated like that, they're gonna tuck their tails and try to come back to our side.
And that's the thing. When something occurs that happens specifically because not of how you willed it, but because how somebody that had more power to you, more stroke than you in that industry willed it, and they see you already a certain type of way. They already have their perceptions locked in. Black actor, black male actor, right? And when they do something that violates you, you're gonna come to the press and come to us yelling this, yo, they did me like this because
that's why
I don't want to hear.
That's why I don't like the whole, these other people see me different than the rest of us type shit. Because I've dealt with that personally too.
Word.
On a micro level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Question for Mr. Idris. This year, Idris Elba to warn MPs over lack of diversity on British television.
Oh my!
Lufa star Idris Elba will tell MPs on Monday that a lack of diversity across British television is causing talented performers to be thrown on the scrap heap and accuse the industry's executives of not living in the real world. The 43-year-old Londoner who made his name as drug kingpin Stringer Bell in the hit U.S. crime series The Wire is due to make a speech. This is 7 years ago in Westminster, saying that television is at risk of not properly reflecting society and indicating that black actors are struggling to progress in the UK compared with the US. People in the TV world often aren't the same as people in the real world, and that's an even bigger gap between people who make TV and people who watch TV. I should know. I live in the TV world, and although there's a lot of reality TV hasn't caught up with reality. Change is coming, but it's taking its sweet time. The actor is due to deliver his speech at a meeting organized by Channel 4, speaking at an event which will be attended by over 100 MPs, including the culture minister, as well as the senior television executives. Two more paragraphs. Citing his own example, Elba will tell his audience that he had to move to the United States, having seen a glass ceiling for black actors in Britain, saying, "I was very close to hitting my forehead on it." The actor will argue that he was never going to be given a lead role if he stayed in Britain, where he would have been trapped playing best friends and sidekick parts, and concluded he would have to go to the US if he wanted to be given starring roles in big dramas. He will also say, "But when you don't reflect the real world, too much talent gets trashed, thrown on the scrap heap. Talent is everywhere, opportunity isn't, and talent can't reach opportunity."
I got a name for y'all.
Interesting.
I got a name for y'all. James Bond.
Hmm.
Did he will himself into the role? No, he couldn't do that because this is what he wanted to play it.
Oh
He
yeah,
really wanted to play it. The reason why the studios wouldn't allow that shit to happen because they take temperature tests. And it's, people are not going to accept you as James Bond. This had nothing to do with your will. This had nothing to do with, I'm just going to make it so because I'm going to think really hard on this. It had nothing to do with that. It had to do with
because you
forces.
can't act.
One, because you couldn't act. It had to do with forces outside of your control. So a lot of the beef that you'll see a lot of these black actors have is like, yo, we have to attack the forces that are beyond our control. Because it's not just enough for us to say, I'm human, damn it.
Right.
The people in power have to see you as human.
Right.
The people in power have to see you as that.
First.
Speaking of that, John Boyega reacts to Idris.
Oh, my man.
Idris Elba
My man.
ignited a firestorm on social media after he told Esquire that he had stopped calling himself a black actor because it creates limitations for his career. While some accused Elba of renouncing his blackness, others came to the Luther actor's defense and agreed with him regarding Hollywood's penchant to put labels on and stereotype black actors. That's not the point. Star Wars alum John Boyega recently took to Twitter to tell his followers that Elba's detractors were having the wrong takeaway from his comment. So I think we should fixate on who is typecasting and putting actors in boxes because of this,
Right.
not on making weird adjustments for them.
Yeah.
We continuously focus on what we have to do so they don't do this or that.
Yeah.
Very worrying. We black, and that's that.
That's it.
Yeah, because the
That's
fact
it.
that you keep saying these things like, oh, stop identifying as a black actor is going to keep them doing the fuck shit that they're doing.
Yo, right here, McKenna. Said if they were even allowed on air at all, rest in peace, Betty White, who refused to fire an African-American dancer and getting her show canceled despite her bigger name, even in old Hollywood.
Yeah.
Bro, this has been, that's why it's weird to hear him say, I didn't get into this.
So effectively what he's saying, because to keep bringing up Occam's razor, effectively what he's saying is these people who cast these roles are blind, right? Right? Because that's the only way his argument makes sense.
They don't see.
They only know you.
If
black
you don't
if
tell them you're black,
right?
They won't realize it.
But that's not the case. Clearly.
Okay, so
I never met him. I don't know.
it just
but he has a name.
It just saw all the stuff happening and said this. There isn't a soul. It's a little late for this, but anyway, there isn't a soul on this earth that can question whether I consider myself a black man or not. Being an actor is a profession, like being an architect. They're not defined by race. However, if you define your work by your race, that's your prerogative. No,
man, listen, man. Listen, fam. I live in America.
Yo, it's just like
I know how I'm perceived in this country. I know whatever I do, black is attached to that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Yo, John Boyega, and this is one of the reasons why he is an official member of Multiworld Entertainment. The reason why, because he said that, yo, you have to, it's not about if you don't have the power, it's about what the people with power do with it and how they perceive you.
Exactly.
There's nothing you could do.
There's nothing you can do.
Like James says all the
will.
time. Perception do be reality.
Bruh.
Like, come on, bro. Like,
again, if in order for Idris's point to have any credence,
right,
the people who are producing for this visual medium would have to be blind.
Right.
Yeah.
Literally. Y'all, if you stop calling yourself black actors, they won't think you're black.
No.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Morgan Freeman tried to do the same fucking shit. He tried to spin that shit too. And we start caring about the race shit, and we start talking about racism, racism wouldn't exist.
Morgan Freeman said that's
not how it works.
It's particularly stupid because of the profession we're talking about.
Yeah,
because
the majority
idea of being an actor is presenting yourself as something that you are not.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely. There are method actors. Yes, absolutely. There are people who end up getting typecast. Yes, absolutely. There have been movie stars where they get paid to play a version of themselves. Sure, all that is true. However, at the core of it, nobody fucking knows you.
Talking about
when you're starting out, nobody fucking knows.
Nobody knows you.
You're not being auditioned and interned and paid to be yourself.
Right.
You're portraying someone else.
That's why
who
this is
you
a
are
script.
not.
Yeah.
What I hate about it the most is this continuous trope that people like him use, and to say it's a way to blame the people that are the targets.
Right.
It's something you're not doing.
Yeah.
If you only wore clothes like this, they wouldn't shoot you. If you only said words like this, they will respect your intelligence. It's always on the targets of the bullshit. They never want to address the system, and to me, that's cowardly. Your ass is scared to say something to the people that's in control.
What I just thought about? It's not used in the same term this time. We're gonna break it up. We're gonna break the term. We're gonna split the term in half. Old money. Idris is over 50 now. He's had an extremely successful career. He got the money.
Yeah.
Now he's more conservative.
And that's what I think is going on too. I think, again, this is a offshoot of on the come up, the charity of the community that you come from, giving you that support is what lifts you up into public prominence, and to the people get the attention of who you are, because the community that you're from is lifting you up by praising you and going to your movies and talking great about your shows or TV shows that you're on and all this other stuff. Oh yeah, we like him, and you're in the algorithm. Your name is in the algorithm.
Yeah.
And then somebody outside of your community says he has a groundswell of support from people that will go to the movies to see his shit or watch his TV shows. We want to make more inroads into that community and get that money too. So we're going to cast him as this, him as that. Then he gets seen by people outside the community who wouldn't have known who the fuck he was. And they go, damn, I like this black actor here. He's one of the good ones. He's talented as hell. Let's put him in something like this. Then they put him there, and more people outside his community see him, and they like him too because he's talented. He's talented. They like him. Yeah. So now they're fawning over him. And when he goes to dinner out with his wife or girlfriend, people, can I get your autograph? And now the people that's asking for his autograph don't look like him.
Yeah.
So now he's becoming a big name. And then the people that was so impressed with him on the come up see what he is now. They start paying him a bit more respect. And then he gets confused because he doesn't realize there's always one boss atop that boss who still sees you as what you was.
A niglet.
And he says, no, you can't be James Bond. They don't want you to be James Bond. You don't look like a James Bond. They don't want you to be that.
And you know why?
And he gets up and thinks,
you know why he doesn't look like a James Bond?
I'm special. I've been special. Y'all know this. Y'all recognize this. Black actor. No. Actor.
But you are, my guy.
Actor.
Like, you have the phenotype too. Like, we all see it. They see
man.
it too. Don't do that. Because what he's doing, he thinks he's putting on a cape for white people to accept him more, which ain't really the case, because they're still gonna see how they see you.
You can't will what you don't have the power to control.
Exactly. And
you can't that willing that whole if I think it, I can make it happen. That shit only works with X-Men that are telepaths. like or telekinesis and shit. Like,
or if you're into the Secret DVD.
Man, I'd rather them be into the Secret deodorant.
Check this bar. Check this bar. Check this bar. Check this bar. We need to stop thinking we can identify our way out of systemic oppression.
That's a bar. Who said that?
Jesus.
Some Cheryl.
Yeah.
Cheryl. I don't think Cheryl somebody.
Cheryl.
Yo, shout out to Cheryl. Donald Trump has an easier time thinking something out of being top secret classification than you have of thinking yourself out of that other shit. Come on, stop it.
Like, what?
Stop it.
I just don't like the idea.
You can't think your way out of this thing. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like we said before, Morgan Freeman said the same type of shit, same type of rhetoric.
Soon
I'm
as they
just
get
tired
up
of-
there, as soon as
yeah,
they get
well,
up there,
yeah, like
mhm,
you're not.
mhm.
Oh, well, you're not like the others. And then my thing is this: I spend my life where people be like, "Damn, you're not like other black people." I'll be like, "What do you mean?"
I don't be liking that shit.
I don't like it because I don't feel that way. Because I'm like, yo, and I'm not a
Let
prominent person like Idris
Another
Elba
bar.
or anybody else.
me tell you
Another
something.
bar. This
But I'm
sounds
just-
silly. Black is a description. You can be a black actor just like you can be a good one. I don't think you would have been in that specific role in The Wire if you weren't an actor that was black.
Exactly, because it was in Baltimore. Baltimore's
60%.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga,
Predominantly
look.
black. Like, nigga, you just changed your accent. You had to. Do
Oh,
that.
somebody caught him on this because these are all responses to the "there isn't a soul that can say I'm not black." Blah blah
Right.
blah blah. This is these are all responses to that tweet. Somebody caught him. I mean, you also said racism is only as powerful as we allow it to be, which is
Right.
not true for black people. Racism impacts us even when we ignore it.
Right.
Describing oneself as black isn't the issue. It's a white supremacist system that created the racial hierarchy in the first place.
My thing is,
Oh, and to your point,
Mm-hmm.
sir, they were literally outraged about you being the next James Bond, and it had nothing to do with your talent. We didn't
Yeah.
make it about race. The folks you are trying to please with this post did.
Yeah.
yo, this is the shit I'll be talking about, right? You're trying to do this appeasement shit, and I'm telling you that shit don't work. That shit don't work. Because at the end of the day, there's always a bigger fish, and that bigger fish, regardless of what you think, how you feel, or what you want to project yourself as, they're going to see you the way they want to see you, and they're the ones that can greenlight shit. So if they say no, all the willing in the world, you can be Will Smith, you can be Will Rogers. Ain't enough wills in the world for your ass to make that happen. It's just
No,
not.
they just keep going. You are 50 years old and British, and your blackness has defined you as an actor. The uproar when reports emerged that you could be the next Bond were because of your blackness. Your talent was not the discussion.
Nope.
Your color was. Whether you like it, accept it, or you don't.
Yo, you literally had people saying, "I like Idris Elba, but he shouldn't be James Bond because he's black." And I'm not even saying this white folks saying it. I saw black people saying it.
You dumbass. I'm sorry. Listen. And this is one of these things where I'm glad that I have the thought processes that I have, because I've had this conversation with Tim before.
Mm-hmm.
I would swear by what I see that the African side of the diaspora war, anybody that was on my old Facebook, no, the whole hashtag Dem Africa.
Yes.
This Kemi Owanibi says, "I'm loving Idris Elba for his stance on race. People should be allowed to live their lives as humans, not color statues. Being an actor is a profession, like being an architect. They are not defined by race. However, if you define your work by race, that's your prerogative."
He basically just recapped what.
No. I understand your optimism, but this was a woman.
Oh, she did. That,
But
listen,
but
what's
isn't
crazy
that-
about that is
No,
you
no,
can
no.
find that a statement like that coming from Africans born here in the
Yo,
But I'm saying though,
yo.
isn't that wild though? Because it's still wrong. Because even
No, it's
with different
100%
races,
wrong.
we have different perspectives of how we see things. So that's going to translate into our art. You know what I'm saying?
But that's not.
You could say
That's not race. Race, culture, ethnicity, nationality. All of these are a weird gumbo.
Yeah,
They all mean
They all
different
mingle in
specific
together.
things,
That's
but they all are connected.
They all
So
connected.
But what I'm saying is, even like how you display your creativity, wouldn't that be based on like even your race also?
well, if you are a black person raised in a white family in a white town, only around other white people,
Right.
no,
Yeah, then that'll have an effect also. But
That's
just
what I'm saying.
I want to
Yeah.
address this right here. So Disco says, I mean, being fair, maybe they see it as realistic because MI6 is a white supremacist organization. Listen, what I would say to you is that having the word realistic next to James Bond is crazy.
Wild.
is wow.
He's fictitious. He's never been out here in the real world.
It's like real James Bond. James Bond, realistic. Nah. And I watched Bond from back in the Sean Connery days.
Black and white shit.
No, it was still. It was. I can't. It's only few shows that I let get away with that. I was coming up. There's only a few shows I let get away with that. I couldn't. But nah, it's just he's out of pocket. And again, what you were saying about the Africans with these comments, yo, you could have heard that from Candace. I could name you 20 American black people. You know what I'm saying? That would have said that too. They would have said that exact same thing.
This shit is, I don't. It's not that I don't understand, but this is interesting.
You understand, you just don't like it.
Well, somebody commented with a doctor in front of their name, and they verified. But now, because of Elon Musk, that means nothing.
That means the verification means nothing.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, nothing. But he said, I'm allegedly a black man, black father, black husband, black doctor.
He's
black
alleged.
Anchor, black.
He doesn't know himself.
Black musician, black Briton, black Christian. I'm supposed to define everything I am, think, say, and do through the arbitrary proportion of melanin in my skin, apparently. Yo,
I mean, nigga, yeah, because your life is different.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this:
you
don't have to do shit, bro. You don't,
but shit,
we don't need you. You don't have to do shit.
But the reality,
if it's that much of a burden,
yeah,
we're not going.
And that's my problem. These people don't want to stick up for being black. Like,
I say, I'm glad they're saying it, so that they identify it. That's all.
Yeah. Now I know what you identify with. You ain't one of us. It's cool.
Because if you look at the history of slavery in this country, one of the issues was back then was that there was motherfuckers in the number that would listen and hear the slaves talk about revolting or leaving or running away or whatever, and they would act like they was down, and then they would go back to massa and say, "Hey, they plotting on leave." So I think this is the best of a fucked up situation. Speak your piece. Say what you on, so we know.
Yeah, and it's cool. Y'all can assimilate if y'all want to. It's cool, but don't come running crying back.
They can't though. See, that's the thing.
But they try to though.
Oh yeah, they're gonna try. But
they try to come back like starring them and all them. Like people come back and try to be like, "Oh, well, I'm black again." Like, nah, no more.
I feel like me personally, as annoying as these people are, it's just a better situation that they're doing this.
Yeah.
Come on, let us hear it. Tell us, show us who you are. Show us who you are. So we know who you are.
Yo, this exchange. So somebody says, okay, how do you define Bond? James Bond. I'm sure many people define that fictional character as white and think, as wonderful as an actor as you are, no matter how you define yourself, you're way too black to be James Bond. I say this because systemic racism is a cultural. Somebody responded. He said, your own racism is peeking through. Most of us actually think Idris would be a greatest Bond because of his acting skill without regard for his skin color.
He said most.
Without regard for his skin color. He responds,
no.
Oh, I think you missed the point. Most of us know he would make a great James Bond.
Yeah.
And the issue is, as good as he would be, many were outraged that a black man would be considered for Bond. No matter how he looks at himself, the racial bias is real and should never be dismissed.
Family did the same shit with the Little Mermaid.
Responds back. The person responds back and says, "I understood the point, but
no, you didn't."
No, you didn't. But I appreciate your clarification, and I believe we have the same basic beliefs. My point is describing racism to a majority of white people doesn't fight bigotry. It helps to further it. I hate racism, but I'm tired of it being attached to my skin color.
So then you don't hate it.
He said, and he responded, I don't ascribe racism to all white people. Because at no point did he say that.
Yeah.
He said, I don't ascribe racism to all white people. I'm speaking about what's systemic and institutionalized, which continues to oppress black people. To ignore this reality because of how you view yourself or your personal breaks, ignore that masses is very short-sighted.
You know what's funny too? That part there where he says he accused him of ascribing it to all white people. When at no point did he ever say anything to that effect. You know what's crazy about all of that is that when we talking about stuff like this, Cindy never thinks we're talking about her.
That's
McKenna
facts.
never thinks we're talking about her.
Not once.
Not
once. Has
so
Cindy,
obviously we're
after
not.
one of my rants on here, not once, not ever, has Cindy hit me up in my messages like, "Hey,
You don't think
you
I'm like
might have
that,
gone a
D?
little bit too
Right?
far,
You don't think I'm like,
It's because hit dogs holler, my nigga. Like,
bruh?
yeah.
Like what?
What
I'm
you
not using the word.
nobody
all.
is ascribing it to every single white person on the planet.
And not only that, if you're making an argument about that shit, you would never say all. You would never just generalize. But the people that's listening or reading your tweets or whatever, they're going to take whatever you say and apply it to all.
But that's part of this whole thing of these people have their own agenda and arguments that they have tucked up here that they're trying to. That has literally nothing or very little to do with what you said.
Yeah,
has nothing to do with what you said.
Hey, yo, Toom,
they heard what they heard.
Remember when I shared that Roland shit with you?
Yes.
And,
yes.
The dude that was
he just
interviewing him was doing the same fucking thing.
And I was mad because I gave that channel a review because when I went to that channel and I looked, it's one of them.
See, the thing is, I only look at it because like during my lunch, I just like to watch people debate and shit.
Look, Disco said I don't identify as white people.
Yo, the shit, it just came up. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this on my lunch. I was like, yo, let me share this with y'all. And I was like, yo, this is the same shit that we always be talking about. How they try to divert the shit that we're not saying to say, oh, you're saying all, but nobody, like Roland never
because
said
their
all.
Shit, their argument only fits if you said that.
Yeah.
And then what they want to do, if they feel like if they say that enough times, people will the Mandela effect. He said all.
That's literally what he did. But that's literally what he was saying. He's like, oh, you kept saying that. You kept saying that. And Roland was like, I didn't say that. And this just goes to speak on what we're talking about.
Yeah, Discord, I can relate.
Facts, Discord.
they use those type of tactics, and it's just mad annoying.
It's annoying because again, they're playing to a certain demographic who all they want to hear is that point of view. So that's why he felt like he didn't have to address the data that Roland was literally giving. Like all the stuff that this dude was saying.
This shit. He disproved all of it.
He disproved all of it using. See, this is the thing. Once we
he was talking points that he was using against him, Roland was like, "Oh, you're saying this,
right?
Well, this is what the dude.
This is what the data says.
Yeah, this is
This is what. But the thing is about that is like he has to ignore that data in order to keep his worldview. This is why I say like for Roland, I've heard him say this before that he will do these type of shows because he thinks they're helpful. I disagree with Roland on a lot of levels about
because
that
the people that's watching him on those shows aren't there for him.
The only thing I saw in the comments was somebody did say, "Look, some of that other stuff I don't agree with what Roland said, but that house stuff looks suspicious. That real estate stuff looks suspicious."
Yeah,
that's the only thing that I saw they picked up on, and surprisingly, look, it was about the data.
Yeah,
the data is right there.
Because Buddy kept saying that, oh, it wasn't as big as it was. He was like, yo, it's more, it was like 1 million people or some shit like that. And the dude kept saying, like, it was just one instance when it came to that. And Roland never said that to begin with.
He never said that. He tried to make it seem like dude was saying that Roland was like, in this one case, he said, no, we're talking systemic. He even gave the numbers of the people that was two researchers. He gave the numbers of the people,
independent ones too.
Independent ones, and the numbers it was in the millions, millions.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker sat up here and said, "Oh, 1K, 1 to 2K." Said what?
But that goes back to what we speaking on. That's what they do.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
Difference between 1,000 and the million.
Big.
Yeah, because Roland even kept saying like, "Yo, this isn't on micro level. This is macro. Like, this is some shit that's affecting a lot of people." I think
this is what get lost with that too. So, macro is talking about
it's the bigger picture.
It's literally the big bars. Yeah. It's literally the bigger picture. So that's me talking about society as whole, how institutions work, how organizations have trended to do certain things to certain demographics. When I speak micro, I'm talking about nigga. I'm talking about you.
Yeah, individual.
I'm talking about you as an individual and the shit you did or did not do.
Yeah.
When
All I'm talking about some anecdotal shit that happened to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's
Right.
So I'm not going to take it that serious and try to apply that to something that's macro when I know, like, yo, my life is way different than everybody else out here. You know what I'm saying? There's over 8 billion people on this planet. I know my life is different.
Speaking to that point, that's exactly the point.
My bad for
somebody. No, when you hear somebody who is arguing in good faith, mention white people being racist, that's a macro sense.
That's a macro sense. They're
not talking about.
They're not saying you,
right?
The individual.
Like,
they're talking macro.
No, there are several white people in my life that, if you've heard me speak, you know that I'm not tolerating someone being a consistent part of my life if they're racist.
If listen. If you're somebody that I deal with on a regular basis that can hit my inbox and we be talking, I don't see you. You're
no,
you wouldn't be there if I thought that. We wouldn't have that connection if I thought that.
You too,
as we say, I don't put up with that.
I'm gonna say this: you two, and those of y'all that's been on my like personal account, y'all seen what I gone through. Y'all seen what I
seen it. You've seen it.
It don't go like that no more. Because people like Toon, SPJ, Rissa, something like, yo, stop having these conversations with these people.
Yeah, they're not arguing in good faith. All they're trying to do is get a reaction out of you, and then you're walking around with the anger. Yeah, bro, I want to punch this motherfucker in the face, and but they walk around chilling, and you can't. Right?
I'm just like, I don't divulge in that no more because my people told me like don't do that, and now my life is significantly better because I'm focused on other things instead of like, let me respond to this person on a post or in my inbox. Like even with other shit, like just scroll. Like fuck it.
Right. Yo, hold up. Cheryl dropped another bomb. Black people make less money and receive less benefits in all jobs, regardless of identification. Black women don't have higher childbirth mortality rates because they say they're black women. It's because they are black women. They can't identify
the way they get treated.
Yo,
like, come on, man.
I follow her.
Yo, Palm told the truth here because he be all in my inbox.
No, that's funny. That's hilarious. The perfect comeback. I'm not even gonna. Bruh. It was the perfect retort.
But no, I don't like when black people that gain prominence switch up on us. You know, and I've seen it a lot.
Uncle Ruckus. They turn diet Uncle Ruckus on us and start saying this crazy shit, and it's like.
And I know it's a thing that's always been happening, but since we have social media, we see it more. And then when people like you, us three, call it out, we get called like, oh, we tripping. But it's like,
yo, it's like we was talking about earlier before you came on the show, how when we heard all of these conspiracies going around about stolen elections and blah blah blah, a lot of it was being broadcasted by Fox News. But when they wound up going to court, they had to tell the truth or get hit with perjury or whatever. They started, we see text messages, all audio, all this, of them talking amongst each other. The big names over there that are pushing this shit are saying to themselves and their little crew that they don't believe it. This is all lies.
Yeah, I saw the headlines about that.
Right, but then they get on TV and convince the population that watches their shit of that very thing right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, some nuts because my girl was saying
she kind of like a big deal.
My girl was saying like we talk about a lot of racy shit.
Yeah, I'm about to follow her.
Send me a link too.
I'll follow her.
And I'm like, no, we're talking about things that like actually matter in the long scheme of things.
No, we do both. We do both.
No, but like, because first off, I didn't know what racy meant. I thought she meant like, oh, we talk about race a lot, which we probably do, but that's not what she meant.
Right.
It's just she didn't know. She doesn't really know what we talk about because.
And the name of the show is Black Culture Geeks. Of course,
but to be fair though, when she's here, she only hears me talking. So
of course, and you be wilding.
But I'm wilding about the right shit though. Like
no, I was more referring to when you're joking. Again, remember
That's probably what she be hearing though.
Right.
Right now in this segment, like, I'm being serious about the shit because the music has me. You know what I mean? And she's not here for that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So it's just like, yo, we give it up the way we give it up. It's just like, yo, we
talk about movies, we talk about a whole bunch of shit, but it would be ridiculous.
We talk about shit that's relevant
for us to have
happening.
A show called The Black Culture Geeks and not talk about anything that comes.
And what I told her, I was like, yo, we just give what everybody else is talking about, but from our own perspective as Black people.
That's it.
And there's going to be people who are Black that are going to get caught in the crossfire because they tripping. And we're the type of people, we're not going to let them get away with it. And I feel like that's fire that we do that.
There's going to be always going to be pushback. And again, like I said, we talked about earlier about having arguments with certain people that are not arguing in good faith is a waste of your fucking time.
Yeah.
But what's not a waste of your time is deconstructing their bullshit so that everybody else can see, if you don't see, why this is bullshit. Which
the
is
same
why
way we used to do
Idris Elba thing was brought up.
Yeah. Same way you used to do on those fucking Facebook posts back in the day.
Yes, you have to deconstruct these motherfuckers, and not when people say you have to have a conversation. I swear I can't stand when I hear motherfuckers say that shit. That think you owe everybody a conversation or a debate. I don't owe you no conversation. I don't owe you no motherfucking debate, especially if everything you're saying I've heard a million times. Do you think?
But you know what
for
it is?
1 second that I have not heard your bootstrap talk? That I have not heard. Get the
like we feel like something was so special about you that this is the first time
I'm going to hear it.
The same way I don't feel like everybody owes me the fade when they disrespect me. Nah, like
no, you ain't got to fight back.
You can have that.
You don't got to fight back.
It don't mean that much to me, B. Like you can have that.
You don't got to fight back. If you disrespect me, you can stand there and take these.
Yeah,
if you want, but they coming, so you might as well do something. You might as well do something.
Shit,
might as well do something.
I ain't got to respond to fucking everything.
I ain't got
to because I don't believe in the whole it's what they say to you or what they talk about you. I feel like it's what you respond to.
This show, it's not
that matters. Yeah,
that shit. The shit they've been saying. We've been hearing that shit for centuries. Yeah. There are obvious retorts and responses to that have already been given in book form, and as time went up. Of course, the verbal discussions as well as movies, TV shows, debates, all that stuff's been talked about before. And they keep saying the same shit. And to show you they keep saying the same shit, all you have to do is look at the Martin Luther King archives and see the letters they were sending him.
Mm-hmm.
The same guy that now they turned into Santa Claus and everybody loved him.
Mm-hmm.
The year that he was assassinated, he was one of the most hated men in the country.
That's facts.
One of the most hated men in the country. Look at the letters they sent him. Some of the same arguments they were making against him. They're still making those same arguments. So, like,
while still trying to say, oh,
you're not dealing with a cabbage head ass nigga that hasn't read and studied this shit. Nah.
Yeah.
I know what you're gonna say. I know all them lines. You ain't saying nothing new. Nothing new. It's the same shit. You were saying that shit back. You were saying that shit back during slavery. You were saying that shit back during Jim Crow. You were saying that shit during the segregation era. You were saying that shit during the civil rights era. That shit ain't new. That shit ain't new.
Even with the ad hominems and jokes they have about us.
Right.
They haven't been refurbished. Like
facts that he probably got more death threats than the entire Congress combined.
That's funny. Yeah.
Like, come on, fuck out of here. That shit ain't new. Say something new one time.
But we be having
the same shit.
We be having new jokes for them all the fucking time.
Look, they told that man, I don't like when you go out there and say your speeches because it seemed like you blaming all white people for stuff and you never talk about the bad stuff black people do. Who doesn't hear that shit now?
Yeah.
Who doesn't hear that shit now? They saying the same shit.
Matter of fact, the video that I sent you with Roland and the other dude, he was saying the same shit.
Saying the same. Yo, they ain't saying nothing different.
You know what he said? He said, how long does change take? And then Roland was like, yo, you have to understand. As long as it takes. But Roland was just saying, like, yo, like,
shut up, Napalm.
This isn't a thing that's just started happening with black people.
You've been hearing this shit for the longest time, yo. Yeah, like, you ain't saying, and this guy, he's an Arab, and I find that to be funny, right? Because he said he comes from an environment that was fucked up. and that when he struggled. So he's basically taking his individual life experience and trying to apply that as a fix
and
for 47 million black people in the United States.
That's what Roland was saying. And I feel like if Idris Elba was on his podcast and was saying the same shit that he said, they would get along. And that is the fucking problem.
That's the problem. Yep, he would absolutely got along with the dude, and that is the fucking problem.
I don't like
also, one of the reasons that the Arabs, like the area he came from, is in such a fucked up state. If you really want to talk about it, homie, it's probably part of the same reason that black people
but they ain't got shit to do with us.
If you really want to talk about how they tried to cheat y'all on the oil and all that other shit, like
even go there.
droning the fuck out of you. You really want to talk about it.
And you mad at us? Telling us we need to change quicker and faster and all that shit? No, man, you got me fucked up. This is a thing that's been going on with us.
Yo, change for me could be in the space of a day, but moving an entire population of people,
right?
Yo, this nigga literally, the nigga said, "Oh, why don't y'all just move?"
Right.
Shit. First off, I've moved a lot.
Don't get mad.
Moving is not an easy thing to do.
I ain't mad at that suggestion.
All right,
but what I'm saying is,
I ain't mad at that. He did.
The way that you want to move is on some other shit. I'm just saying, like he's saying, like, oh, why don't y'all move from where y'all at? And then he went back and said, oh, if you really care about your community, then do something.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then what is you saying? You want us to do both?
He's talking out of his ass because he doesn't have any real answers, and also, see, the thing is, he's slandering, and people that rather enjoy the status quo want to keep the status quo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally in the definition of conservative.
Right. And that's why it benefits.
They don't want to change that shit.
The talking points that he had. You know what I'm saying? To keep that shit going, the momentum going. Because when he got caught up with,
it's not even just white America at this point, because all of us live here, have been subject to the same narratives, conditioning. So that's why when you saw the Tyree Nichols thing, those were all black police officers.
Mm-hmm. That shit was fucked up.
Well, there was one. There was one. Yeah, there was one. There was one white cop, but the one that beat him and he tased them. I believe the white cop tased them and shit.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it was a plethora, a cornucopia of black officers.
Yeah.
That beat this man to death. It's not even that's been the part of the conversation that people really don't want to have, is that it's not just about white people anymore. This country has been around for 4 centuries. There's a whole bunch of different demographics over here. You have Asian people that will come over here, learn those tropes, and use them against our black people too.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, even with black people too, with that shit, like they want to be white. They want to be considered white or white enough to get a pass and shit. But what happens to them?
It's about narratives and it's about conditioning. And certain narratives are embedded deep within this country, and it affects everybody regardless of color. So what happens is when a black officer, I've said this on the show before, more black officers have violated me than white officers.
That's a fact. Because you know what? They came from my hood. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even so much that, it's the fact that this is what they're expected to do, and they've been conditioned to also see us a certain type of way.
Yeah.
Because listen, I remember growing up hearing my aunts spend all day in the house talking about the evil that black people did.
I remember. You remember?
I remember.
So this idea that black folks only the only people that are bigoted against black people are white people, it's a lie. It's not true.
It's laughable.
It's not true. It's not true.
You can train a lion to walk on 2 feet.
Facts.
But not all day. You know what I'm saying? It goes to like 6 steps.
Like it's
go back.
I saw somebody, an ex police officer that had been through many, like 4 different academies, graduated.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them, not all 4.
Right.
One of them, she got kicked out because of the whole idea of engagement, rules of engagement, where it's the
they're trained to yell things like, you need to comply, or put down the weapon, or stop resisting out loud, because when people come by and they hear it, they take what they hear.
Right.
And sometimes that replaces the memory of what they saw.
Right. That's a fact. And something here that McKenna said, one of the best ways to control the population is to train them to control themselves. This is the main point that Carter G. Woodson made in his book. What's the name of that fucking book? I forget the name of the book, but he said in the book that if I train you to only go through the back door, after a certain period of time, I won't have to keep telling you to go through the back door.
Correct.
You're going to go through the back door on your own.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
But also, what McKenna said is Idris.
Yeah, facts.
Is Idris, because literally there are going to be people who hear what the fuck he said and be like, you know what? I never thought about it like that. Fucking people. But yeah, let's stop before I get mad.
Yeah, let's let me thank everybody once again for showing up for another Saturday. We appreciate you. Y'all can now step back. We offer y'all. We offer them. We talking directly to y'all. Y'all can get back in. We want to thank you again for once again showing up on a Saturday, showing out, helping us with the conversation, listening to us rant and rave, and be absolutely a bunch of assholes from time to time on the show. We appreciate that. Do not forget to check out my man Jada Nerd's channel. Facts. Do not forget to check out the Multi-World Entertainment channel. Facts. Go check out SBJ's channel. Is it still Everything SBJ?
Yeah, Everything by SBJ.
Everything by SBJ.
I'm Everything by on SBJ everywhere.
Everything by what?
I'm Everything by SBJ everywhere.
Okay, so you doing
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
That's a lot of everys.
Shut up. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Everything about SBJ.
Yeah, and of course, if you haven't as of yet, join the Patreon, the Majestic Comics Patreon. Help us continue to put this book out. And also, we decided, because we finally
appreciate you, Paul.
Things. Yo, it's crazy. It was crazy, right?
I mean, I only did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. But still, because a lot of motherfuckers will refuse. They're not going to do this. You're going to take these flowers, nigga. Also, we were supposed to do the Kickstarter this month, but we decided to wait because of certain things that we did not have in place. Word. So March 1st is when we're going to launch the Kickstarter for the next issue.
Funny, Cindy.
Everything, everywhere, all at once. Ass. But yeah, so for my man SPJ, you and my guy Adequate.
Yeah,
I am Tombstone the Dead Man, and for the greater multi-world entertainment family, we are out.